Excuse me, sir. I was wondering, I've got to get to the hospital, and there aren't any buses. Do you think
I'm
you could...
not going that way.
Anyone here? That's okay.
No, I'm sorry, I'm busy.
A soldier of the Queen.
Get a bloody bus.
Thank you, sir. Excuse me, sir. I've got to get...
Press off.
And the same to you, friend. Have you got a second, sir? I've got to get to the hospital. I was wondering if you could...
Jump in, pal.
Terry! Oh, thanks.
Oh, you serious about the hospital?
I'm working, for God's sake.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry about that. So that's your game, is it? You catch a lift and then put the bite on her, mate?
Well, it's a living, Terry. A living. You spill a yarn, you've got to say 4 minutes to make them feel guilty that they've got an expensive motor and a man like myself hasn't even got a bus fare. It's an act. It's a flair. The hospital. That always gets them. Mind you, some of them like to hear that you've just come out of prison. Strange, isn't it? 5 or 10 or sometimes. J.J. Mooney. Ah, how are the mighty fallen?
I used to tell stories about you, you know. I mean, people couldn't believe what you did. I heard you were ill.
Yes. That was a good one. Would you put up with the first betting shop, Terry, please? Would you put a bet on for me? You know, in and out of cars, hard work. On the nose. Linda's friend, 4 o'clock Newbury.
Here we go then. 1 ploughman's lunch. We haven't had a ploughman in here for a week or 2. And here is a Campari soda. It's very agricultural. It's my accountant. Give him a bit of pickle. Yeah. But you know, Arthur, that will be like 5p extra.
Oh, forget it.
Oh, well, I've served it now. Hey, he'll tell you all about soaring overheads. On the account, Arthur. Expenses. Overheads, underhands. On top of everything else, they want taxes.
Yeah, well, you haven't paid tax for 5 years, Arthur. Gee, what I fancied today was a nice Chinese meal.
This is a business meeting, Andrew.
Well, did they eat businessmen? Look, they are after you, Arthur.
Us?
No, you.
Want their pound of flesh, eh?
I think they'd be quite happy to have 2 ounces of cheddar cheese. I mean, 5 years, Arthur, and you have not paid a tosharoon.
Tosharoon? Where'd you get these words, Andrew?
Look, what is it with me? All my clients are the same.
Well, you mix with the wrong people.
And don't I know it? You see, they don't hold with the system, that's what it is. And, I mean, it's getting worse. They don't pay anyone. Incidentally, there's your last year's bill. You may have mislaid it, Arthur. Oh, well. The man from the Inland Revenue wants to know about your expensive motor.
But I explained that to you.
I know. But maybe you could explain it better to him. So give him the verbal, man-to-man.
But that is what I pay you for.
Pay? I'm sorry, did I hear the word pay?
Money. That's funny, isn't it, Andrew? I went out with Stanley Matthews in long shorts. Eat up. The pickle was extra.
Is Arthur still game for a lark?
Well, you're kind of lark.
Well, I can't get around as much now. I need a partner. You know, someone who's straight, honest, hardworking, loyal, all those old-fashioned values.
We are talking about Arthur Daly, aren't we?
Yes, indeed. A good man, eh?
Well, yeah, he's good as gold, Arthur.
These are ahead of Pearly Eyes and Marmalade Cat back in 4th place.
It's Silk Chiffon on the far side, Lindisfarne at the hoop jacket on the near side. These are ahead of Pearly Eyes in third. Well inside the final furlong now. Silk Chiffon being strongly challenged by Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne on the near side, just getting up outside. Lindisfarne's the winner.
Got a winner, JJ.
I don't care how many winners you get, not you and me in business together. You are famous. Famous for pulling more strokes than Oxford and Cambridge put together.
You don't understand it, Arthur.
That's another thing. I don't. You do.
Listen, we put an ad in the Sporting Life. We get a little office with a good postal address. We get 3 telephones. Now, we don't ask for money.
We don't what?
No fees from the clients. They phone us, we give them a horse. All we ask is this. If you bet, put on £10 for us, and if it wins, please send a cheque or postal order to this address. That's our commission.
Well, they've got to be balmy.
Don't you believe in trust, Arthur?
Oh.
The commercial world is based on trust. Don't you realize that? That's the system. You pay your debts. You work for a factory. They give you your wages at the end of the week. Trust, see? You win the pools, they give you money. That's trust. Rent. That's trust. Well, there are a few transgressors like ourselves. That's why they have laws.
Yeah, and we'll be breaking all of them.
Not at all. We are selling an advisory service. We are consultants. It's quite legal. I'll even put up all the money myself.
You what?
And it's my shot.
You'll put up all the dough?
Yes. What was the SP, Terry?
6 to 1.
Good. In that case, I think we'll broach a bottle and more. What?
My pleasure, JJ, but it is £17 a bottle.
Why not?
Look, let me get this straight.
Now, you heard, Arthur, you heard. Could you cash me a wee check?
Well, no disrespect.
No matter. Here we are.
Say no more. 3 glasses?
And one for yourself, Dave. Well, are we in or out, Arthur?
Well,
You'll be needing some walking around money, won't you? Yeah. How about 300 on account? I'm investing in your energy and acumen, Arthur.
as it happens, JJ, you're a very good judge.
Look at that. Fastest hands in the West.
Well, here's to a fruitful partnership.
Good luck.
Well, here's to a successful business venture, Arthur. It's a privilege to work with a man.
Aren't we the lucky ones, eh? Birthday. Rebate from the rates.
Have your usual alphabet there, will you, Mr. Chisholm?
Yeah, just in the line of duty. I'll have a scotch.
What?
Did I just see young Terry with a remarkable J.J. Mooney?
No idea. Why, is it a crime?
You never know. He's just turned over the London clinic for 13 grand.
Eh?
Open heart surgery. That's 2.5 grand for the Grand Hotel in Brighton for his convalescence. Got some style, hasn't he?
London Clinic, eh? Yeah, Liz Taylor had her operation there.
No doubt. Richard Burton, the Sheik of Araby, and Uncle Tom Cobley and all.
Wow, you'll be able to get him in about 10 years' time when they change his batteries on his pacemaker.
They'll get him. You never heard of Sprott of the Yard?
No?
Sprott's life ambition was to nick J.J. Till he got nicked himself by our own Gestapo. Somebody else will get J.J.
Is that the best you people can do? A sick man? Bank robberies every day? Bomb outrages with terrorists? Rape rife on the streets?
Oh, dear, Arthur. Haven't been interfered with, have you?
Oh, very droll. J.J. was an hero during the war. Highly educated. One of the best. One of nature's gentlemen. Pure
Oh,
gold.
that's enough, Arthur. Cool, dear. Do you owe him money or something?
Me? No, I hardly even know the man.
I always knew you were a top, but how'd you get away with it, eh?
It's experience and a little bit of flair. Nerve, Terry. You have to believe in it. It's like insanity. Who do you want to be? A lord of the realm, an international financier, a well-known theatrical impresario? Then be that person. Split personality, a dozen personalities. See you tomorrow, Terry.
Yeah, cheers.
JJ!
Hey, Georgie. Hey.
Yeah, all right, hang on.
Have you got anything for me today, mate?
Yeah, 4 parcels. Nothing for you, Chief. Harry, take care of that.
Could I have a minute with you?
Yeah, all right, mate. Hello, Mr. Graham.
Sorry, darling.
Excuse me.
Hello, Arthur. Great. The thing is, I need an address.
Yeah, all right, pal.
And the point is, I need it immediately.
Excuse me, mate.
Are you there? The point is, what are you in, Ernie?
Oriental carpets.
Darling, put that in
Get
the
a check.
post. Oi,
And I buy the carpet from a fella, no overhead, see? You got anything for British medallions?
No, nothing.
Now, the thing is, I need
George
the address.
Orwell. You know, be 1984 medallions. Royal Scrape, that was okay, but literally things forget it. George Orwell. I don't know Ricky there.
Hello?
What do you want, Arthur?
Consultancy.
Can't go wrong, mate. We did consultancy. Villas in Marbella. And a Spanish waiter on the firm.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, Mayfair Calls Consultants. Very nice. You can walk from Mayfair to here. Oi, you. Oi, ask. Don't touch, all right? Here you go.
Bombay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. Nothing. Now, look, it's 50 lid for a week, along and for 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, look, this is a long-established firm. It could go on for a long time.
All right, fair enough. Hello, look, I've only got a letter for you from Customs and Excise. Yeah, well, it's not my bloody fault, is it? What? He hung up?
Yeah.
All right, then, look, if we're in business in 6 weeks, we'll have another chat. Fair
Anything,
enough?
Mo?
What is it, Caledonian Forest?
No, that was last month. A forest in Snowdonia, limited now.
Oh, yeah. Here we are, 5. Be lucky.
Thanks, Mo.
Now, we in business or not?
Now, look, we expect the first load in about 4 days.
OK, you'll have your name on the door.
Yeah, well, you'll need a bigger door, won't you?
Where is it, love?
And I shall need a receipt.
You what?
Well, we're a bona fide business. I mean, what would my accountant think?
All right, you give me your full name and address and number, just in case someone wants to find you.
If we don't trust each other, where are we? Mo, innit?
Yeah, my very own sentiments. Arthur, that is the name.
That's right, Mo.
Here, Mo, this ain't mine.
You what?
Do it yourself. Be your own racing tipster. Yeah, try anything, won't he, Arthur?
Hey, now, come on, Mo. Where's my 4 parcels?
You're standing on it.
That letterheading's all right, isn't it?
Not bad, eh? West 1. It's the wrong side of Oxford Street, but who cares?
Now, who are all these directors?
Guy Ernest, MBE. That's me. I've used that name before. Lucas Herman. Just a fella.
And Sir John Franklin?
He's a boozer. Or more to the point, it is a boozer. It's a pub in the East India Dock Road. They love a title in this country, particularly the racing fraternity.
Yeah, well, where's Sir Arthur?
Looking for telephones.
Well, doesn't it work? Yeah, lovely.
Was it broken then?
No, okay.
Only, I like to keep the hooligans out.
Oh, yeah, man after my own heart. You the governor, yeah?
Yes, I am in charge here.
A credit to British Rail, if I may say so.
Feeling all right?
Good as gold.
You don't mind my asking, but you from the GPO?
No, not exactly, but I am what you might call a telecom expert.
if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, yes.
You don't happen to have the odd 10p on you, do you?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Right. Here.
Oh, ta.
Yeah.
That's all right, I'll get that. Daily Enterprises.
Terry, it's old JJ there. I've got some good news for him.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello, JJ. We've cracked it. I've found an office with 3 phones. Good, isn't it?
Oh, not too near the head, sir?
No. Nice station.
Yeah, it's like being in the country.
Yeah. Not much traffic.
Oh, I don't know. You'd be surprised. I mean, the 410 to Broad Street, due in 5.5 minutes. See?
Oh, nice. I'd like to see that. No, what I meant was it's not exactly Waterloo.
Oh, used to work there.
Oh, yeah?
Still, this place suits me for now.
Plenty of bunts?
Yeah. Eh?
Well, you know, fringe benefits. I mean, apart from the odd excursion to Broad Street.
Oh, well, we got a nice darts league.
Oh, a bit of a sportsman, eh? Well, as I'm sure you realise, I'm the area manager for one of the big multinationals.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm always dashing all over the place, you know. And my sales staff find it very difficult to get hold of me sometimes. 3 public telephones and they'd be able to get hold of me.
What can I do, though?
Well, if you was to put some stickers on the kiosks saying out of order for, say, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and keep an eye out for any vandals, I mean, you would not only be helping your country and me, but also yourself.
Well, I'm not altogether sure that...
Well, you're not thinking for one moment it's illegal, are you? I mean, would I suggest that?
Well, I don't know.
No, of course not. No, I talked to our legal department and they said, no sweat. And I mean, it's got to be more interesting than watching Jimmy Savile grinning out the window every time a train goes through, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, why do you need 3 phones?
New York, Chicago, Paris, Amsterdam, Melbourne. I mean, there's lots of people trying to get in touch with me, contracts, jobs for British workers. And what am I doing? I'm on a dog and bone to San Francisco and a geezer from Milan's getting an engaged signal. Now, if he had another number, we'd be in business. You see, I drive from Southampton to my office in Mayfair and I stop here. It's a perfect place, key point. I mean, you may call this Acton Green. I call it Providence.
Oh, yeah.
Oi, Caxton, that's confidential.
It's got to be a wind-up, innit? We are selling information. If you phone us on one of these telephone numbers, we will give you our considered expert selections for free races. Arthur, I don't believe it. Hold up, it gets better, look.
We know what's in it.
When you put down your heavy wager, include a £10 bet for us. That's our commission. You pay only when you win. We are trusting you just as you are trusting us.
A spirited rendition. You better get down to the old Vic.
Oh, Bailey, more likely.
Look, don't printers take an oath like doctors or something? You don't answer that. You are privy to very secret information.
Don't upset yourself, Arthur. Are you a betting man, sir?
Yeah, I like a pun.
Well, in that case, you of all people should know that there is good information, good connections, good sources. That's the way professionals get their living. 5,000 people wrote to us, so we didn't ask them to. Would you like a tip for tomorrow?
What?
Dunlop's horse in the 3:30. John's an old friend of mine.
Yeah. Pancho Punch. 11 to 2, they reckon.
Obviously, I can't guarantee that it'll win. But would you like to give me a tenner now for the information, or £55 less tax after it wins?
It's a good one, is it?
You know, this is JJ, not your scout or Captain Cohen or whatever his name is.
All right. I'll give you a tenner.
Take it off the bill. Are they ready now?
Yeah.
Well, let's have them out of the car, son. And then what?
The next guy phones up, I'll give him 3 other names. Then the next guy, 3 other horses. Then I'll go back to the first horses if somebody else phones. Simple, isn't it?
All the great ideas in history were simple, my son.
Were they immoral and all?
You couldn't even spell that. There's nothing immoral about it. All the national papers give their daily nap. JJ is using the same form book. I mean, you're always going on about improving yourself. Well, this is it. This is an office job. Receptionist come manager. Responsibility. There you are.
What?
There it is.
Oh, where's the office?
No, that is it.
Hold on, do you mean I'm minding 3 public phones?
What's wrong with that? You're always saying you like open-air jobs.
I'll get nicked.
Of course you won't get nicked, Terry. They're ours. Look at the stickers. Out of order.
You're out of order.
No, Terry. The railway man is on the firm. Look, there he is now. Simple working-class hero. One of the lance corporals of life. Salt of the earth.
Cool, you can pick 'em, can't you?
Well, I see you.
No, hold on. Look, can't you at least take the first call?
Oh, would that I could, Terry, but I have got to go and meet the inspector of taxes.
Eh?
Yeah, I've got to go home and change in my inland revenue set. You see, you don't have all these troubles. You are a free spirit. I am the one who has to fend off all these busybodies, marshal the ranks and officialdom, so that you and me can get a decent crust. Hey, Terry, when you have a moment, clean them out, will you? They're an half pen and ink.
What's happened? Everything out of order?
What, do you want to phone someone?
Not really.
Oh.
That might be for me.
No, it's probably for me.
Well, my man phones me every week. It's the night clerk at Nairobi's Hilton. That's why he's got access to the phone.
Well, I'll just check it. All right, dear?
All right.
Thank you. Hello, Mayfair Calls Consultants.
I don't want to look too flash.
Yeah. You're not going to cry, are you?
No, of course not. I'm not after sympathy, Andrew. I'm after money. A little limp, perhaps.
Hello, Mayfair Calls Consultants. Yeah, can I have your club number, please? Yes, we have 3 selections today, yes. The first one we have great hopes for.
Hello?
Pardon?
James Mugasa?
No. Great hopes isn't the name. No, the name's Flying Duck.
Hold on.
Yeah. Kempton, 3 o'clock, Flying Duck. Excellent. Yeah, Flying Duck, Kempton, 3
He
o'clock.
wants the selections.
Eh?
Selections.
Could you hang on one moment, please, sir? Thank you. Look, tell him that name, that name, and that name, right?
Right.
Oi, excuse me, get his club number.
Club number.
Hello, sir, sorry about that, yeah.
Yes, got
clerical
it.
mishap. Where were we now?
Alconberry.
Yes, Flying Duck, correct, Kempton, 3 o'clock.
I have got a company, but in name only. I mean, it's not active. It's just a sentimental thing, you know. I mean, when this great country gets back on its feet, I'll be ready. No. Nowadays, I'm more or less semi-retired, so.
But you've got some company assets, for example, a Jaguar car.
Oh, no, that's not mine. Oh, no, you got all that wrong. That's my uncle's. That's an old man's folly, I'm afraid. I said to him, Uncle Sid, I mean, what do you want with a car like this? I mean, you've been old age pension and everything. And do you know what he said? He said, Arthur, you use it, because you've got no wheels of your own. Isn't that nice? No, I just keep it for him, you know.
Yeah, but you do use the car for work.
Sorry?
Work.
Me? A man of my age? No, they don't want mature, experienced men. No, I just use it to take the old folk down to the Derby and Joan Club and people who have to go to hospital. No, elections. No favours. I don't care who they vote for, and if it's some old loony, I'll take them down a polling station. Yeah, I'm into charity and good deeds, you know. Excuse me, could you tell me the right time?
11:15.
Oh, a lovely kettle. You have a watch? Wish I could have a simple watch. I suppose nowadays that would be unnecessary extravagance nowadays, wouldn't it?
Perhaps you'd find one in your lockup.
My lockup? Is that what this interrogation's all about?
Just an interview.
I don't care what you call it. Did you tell the man about my lock-up?
Well, odds and ends, I said.
And my hobbies?
What hobbies?
Making things.
Oh, those things.
What things?
Wooden things. Toys, mostly, you know, toys for deprived kiddies.
Hello? Mayfair Calls Consultants?
Yes.
Mayfair Calls Consultants?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Do what?
I've got 3 for you.
No, son, you've got
Magic
hold on.
Mark.
Hang on.
Yes. Have you got that down?
Just wait.
Yeah. Alcambray. Have you got that down?
It's him.
Oh, tell him to hang on a minute. Jones Boy. You got that? Jones Boy.
Can you hang on a minute?
Give us your number.
Can I ask you how you get by, what with food, rent, clothes, the occasional drink?
Question I ask myself, sir, many times. Bingo, I suppose.
Bingo.
Well, it's all down to her indoors. She manages wonderfully.
Little metro, 2 children at a private school.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? I do not know how she does it. She is an incredible woman. Between you and me, I think she's got a few pennies in the post office.
I suppose she has, Mr. Daly. Oi, what's occurring?
Well, as far as I can make out, there's a load of midgets trying to kill themselves on little bicycles.
No, I mean, what's occurring with these phones?
There's a lady making a phone call.
Yeah, well, we live round here.
It's nice.
Yeah, but you don't live round here.
So?
Well, we live round here.
You just said that.
I'm just saying, ain't I?
Terrific.
Can it be tomorrow?
What's it to you?
Well, because sometimes we have to use these phones.
But you save up. When you've got 10p, it's all yours.
All right?
Oh, well, I am deeply impressed. But I'll tell you one thing, Arthur. They are after you now. A taxman does not like a clever dick, and that's what you are.
What can I do?
Well, who knows? But they got Al Capone on tax, you know, and look what happened to him.
Well, that's it. 2 o'clock, the office is closed.
Ah.
Listen, my name's Terry.
Petal.
Petal, nice one. Listen, thanks for all this. Terrific. Think we've earned a drink, don't you?
Absolutely, Terry. Oh, but before, can I pop into the betting shop?
Are you sure, Petal?
They better attempt 6 to 1, number 14. 3 to 1, number 1, action time. 5 to 1, number 8, Crown Eagle. Same price, 5 to 1, 22, Catter. 8 to 1, number 5, Bespoke. 10
Had a
to
winner
1,
then, Arthur?
14, High Morale.
I'm always on a winner, my son.
12 to 1 bar.
Oh, dear, I'm ever so sorry. Oh, is this serious?
Have we got a result, or haven't we?
Yeah, of course. I'll see you tomorrow then. Yeah, all right. Sorry. Ta-da.
I'll have a large one. Have you seen it?
What?
3 winners. We've done it. What I'm worried about now is, can we expect the right amounts from the punters? I mean, will they send their fees?
Listen, I've just had a telephone.
You've got to remember, there's a lot of dishonesty about these days. How many calls did you take?
Oh, about 300, but that
Never.
call was...
That is incredible. I mean, if 1 in 3 puts a bet on, and the starting prices were all right, Magic Mark was 9 to 2, that's 40 quid for us.
Will you listen to me a minute?
I have my doubts about whether they'll send the money. Old JJ reckons they will.
Oh, you thought about poor old JJ at last, have you?
What do you mean?
He's ill.
I know he's ill. He's got a dicky ticker.
But he's in the hospital. Intensive care.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Terry, who's going to pick the selections?
Bennett, you are a little charmer, you, aren't you? I mean, an old mate of yours is just about to snuff it, and all you can think about is money.
Well, that is important, isn't it? I mean, probably just a false alarm.
Yeah, but you don't know that, do you?
Well, pay the man. I've had a nasty turn. You know how illness affects me.
Would you like an aspirin?
No, I'll be all right, Dave, thanks. When did you find out about this?
That was his daughter on the phone. Said I'd see her tomorrow morning.
Can he sit up?
No, I don't know.
Well, I mean, can he read?
He could be in an oxygen tent for all I know.
Well, in that case, you could slip him a sporting life, couldn't you?
Haven't you got any feelings?
Yes, I have. I can be a very sensitive person when I want to, Terence. I should have known. I should never have trusted him from the off.
Can I help you?
Yeah, have you got a Mr. Mooney?
No. Mooney. No, there's nobody of that name.
It's Ward M6, isn't it?
That's right.
He only came in yesterday. About my height, a lot of grey hair, and he speaks with a sort of posh Irish accent.
Oh, you mean Sir Alfred?
Sir Alfred?
Sir Alfred Smythe. That's with an E at the end.
Ah, yeah, that's got to be him then.
Oh, don't you know?
No, well, it is him. Yeah, Sir Alfred, you see. He usually uses a different name, you see, when he's incognito. Mooney, that's his butler's name, really. He's a bit eccentric.
Visiting hours are between 2 and 8.
Oh, well...
Well, I'll find out.
I suppose you're Terry?
Yeah, that's right. You Fenella?
Yes, shall we go this way? I believe these are your daily selections.
Oh, yeah.
I trust you won't sell them in the hospital.
Oh, hold on, it's not my idea, you know. How is he?
He's ill.
Well, can I see him?
No, I don't want you to bother him.
I wasn't going to bother it. We're friends, right?
He's sleeping anyway.
Oh, look, I've got this one. It's a bit of fruit and that. Is there anything else he needs?
He's okay. I'm sorry, Terry. Buy me a cup of coffee if you like.
Yeah. Oh, nurse. Sorry, do you think you could give them to Mr. Mooney?
Sir Alfred.
No, I'm sure it's a smashing hospital, but I mean, JJ, he needs a bit of luxury, doesn't he? I mean, the London Clinic.
That was pathetic. You were impressed, I suppose.
Well, yeah. What about the Dorchester, eh? I mean, that took some doing.
He even cons himself. Do you know where he was living?
Huh?
Hostel for single men, £2 a night. The humiliation was beyond him. Sometimes he even believes his own stories. He thinks he's one of nature's aristocrats. All he wants to do is impress people like you, and that awful Arthur Daly.
Well, he impressed me, and Arthur thinks he's the greatest, I tell you.
Because he can run a tipster service from his sickbed.
Hold on, you don't like him, do you?
I love him. He gave me everything. He gave me 4 mothers, a dozen schools. Don't you know the story of my education?
No.
This is a good one for your cronies in the Winchester Club. You see, JJ wanted me to be a success. So I went to Benetton with Princess Anne for a couple of terms. Then there was a term at Rodine, and then to Millfield. I didn't know at the time why. It was because JJ couldn't pay the bills. He was always changing my name. Half the crowned heads of Europe are relatives of mine. Off to Switzerland, then a year in Paris. By the time I was 18, I was highly educated and on the most wanted list in 4 countries.
Oh, don't believe it. No, on the other hand, I do believe it, I suppose.
Of course you do. Yes, I suppose I do owe him a lot.
Yeah, but what about Rodin and all the others, eh?
Well, the thing is, he actually had the money. He just wanted to break the rules. Life's a laugh, that's his view.
Yeah.
What's he going to do when he grows up?
Point is, what's he going to do when he leaves here?
He's a very independent man. He won't come to my house. Apart from that, my husband doesn't like him.
Oh.
Maybe he doesn't trust him. You can understand that, can't you? No, he's not amused by JJ's stories. He's a merchant banker.
I thought that was rhyming slang.
I'll ignore that. No, I don't know what's going to happen to JJ. I said that to him last night, and he said, "Oh, don't worry about it. That's fine. If I'm ready to go, I'll con my way into heaven." And then he smiled to me and said, "Do they take credit cards, do you think?"
Come.
Does he owe you any money?
No.
Do you owe him any money?
No.
Something wrong there.
How are you, pal? Hello, Terry. this is Sylvia, a good telephone operator.
And I was a receptionist as well.
Well, you indeed. Well, nice to meet you.
Just in case we get too busy. Yeah. Got the nap selections?
Yeah, the only thing is, they might be the last ones we have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. What,
I thought you might ask how he was.
Yeah, I was just going to. What's going on?
These are your new employees.
Eh?
Yep. Couldn't have done a thing without petrol there.
You're not talking about wages, are you?
Yes, I am talking about wages. But no stamps.
But I haven't had a penny yet.
It's your problem, innit?
Well, I didn't ask you to sub the work out. You understand, don't you, Flower?
Petrol.
Of course she is.
A cockle.
Hey? What, for a few minutes' work?
4 hours she was in there.
Yeah, but I mean a tenner. I mean, I'm known as a generous governor, but...
Don't listen
I'm
to
quite
him.
happy.
Of course you are, my dear. Here you are. Look, you stick that in your sporran.
Don't do it.
Nice blue one, my dear.
Oh,
You're going to be sorry about this. What about Sylvia?
Hey, can't you read? Out of order.
Yeah, you're out of order and all.
Cheeky beggar. Well, that him. Oi! Has he got a licence for that? Come on, Terry, get him out.
How?
How? With violence, that's how. Kick them up the arse.
No, hold on. If they got 10 pence, they're in business, aren't they?
Oh, this is charming, isn't it? What is this, betrayal? I leave you minding 3 telephone boxes, and here I am being threatened by Bugsy Malone and his mob.
Well, we live round here.
Oh, yeah, he lives round
he lives round
here.
here.
Yeah, he told me that
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
Oi, mister, do you realise that these are the only telephone boxes in the metropolitan area that ain't been vandalised?
That's it, right?
Oh.
Well, they're like gold dust in your game.
What game?
Well, I don't know. It's got to be a bit iffy, though, ain't it?
A bit iffy, though, ain't it? Hey, what are they...
All right, sunshine. Now, you've had a good time with the phones. If anybody hurts those cars, your head's coming off. Got it?
Oi, you lot! Leave it out. It's just a joke.
Now, listen, son. What is it?
Sorry, pal, wrong number.
There's going to be a lot of that.
Oh, you're the head man, are you? What's his name?
This is Tony.
Can I call you Tone?
Of course you can.
Yeah, excuse me, Rat. Yeah, over here, Tony. See, look what we got. Sit down. We got a rupture of communications. See, you come here, team-handed, terrorising the law-abiding ratepayers, utilising the property of the GPO, stroke British Telecom, to wit, one public dog and bone, and demanding ransom, blackmail and or protection money. Is that right?
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to dwell on the ambiguous morality of the situation, but, how much?
A ton.
Oh, the kid's a mug. You ran a twist, Tone. Don't you read the Financial Times no more? Recession is rampant in the Western world. We're all having to scrimp and scrape. And yet you want 100 notes for sheer exploitation and out of wanton greed.
Well, 50 then.
Oh, the kid's no mug. I'll give you 10, and I'm being generous.
Oh, leave it out. Look, 40.
I said 10.
Here's a chance. 30.
You're being a fool to yourself.
25.
Oh, a pony's nearer. Make it 20 and we touch hands.
Yeah, done.
That kid's no mug. You take a check?
No chance.
No, just testing, Tone, just testing. There you are. And make sure you count it. Because it's not all there. I owe you 9. I'm going to the bank now and I will come right back, OK?
No, 2 T-O, right? 2. Hello, Arthur. You've had a result, haven't you?
How do you know?
I've seen your pile of correspondence. Very handsome. You lucky? Who's a clever fellow, right?
Don't you worry about me, my friend. Honest endeavour, enterprise. The price is right, there are always customers. Never mind the supplementary benefits. Get out and graft, that's my philosophy.
Oh, incidentally, a guy was asking for you.
Oh, yeah? Who?
He didn't say. He looked sort of official-like.
In what way?
Oh, I don't know. You can spot him a mile off, can't you?
What do you want?
I don't know. He didn't say. But right from the start, I thought, hello, Mr. Plod, or something worse.
Like what?
The dreaded vat man. The knock on the door in the early hours of the morning. Oh, you hear terrible things. Anyway, I marked your card for you.
All right, Sprutty. Shouldn't even be seen with you.
Why? You mix with thieves, gangsters, whores, pimps, transvestites and shoplifters. What's the matter with me?
Why? You're a bent copper, Sprutty. Even worse, you got found out. Got my career to think about, don't I?
And I thought we were friends. You owe me a favour.
Yeah? Friend in trouble's no friend of mine. Who needs friends like that? I'll be up for inspector in a year. Again. I need friends in high places, not blokes going down the drain hole.
Don't worry. I'll give you a reference.
That's what I'm worried about. Anyway, I told you on the trumpet. JJ's around, he's on the scene. That doesn't mean he's organising this particular racing scam.
I know him. I've seen the ad. I recognise the style. But he needs a partner.
And I think I know who he is. Oh, yes. The plot thickens. I know this motor. The bold Arthur Daly. And he shouldn't have that disabled sticker on his windscreen either.
What's his form?
Form? We're talking about pedigree. The right thoroughbred. Dishonest, mean, greedy, shifty, slippery. Daly is your true metropolitan hyena. He's an urban vulture. That's just his good side. He's your man, Sprotty. Handle him with care. Right side up, know what I mean? On his head.
My pleasure.
After that, we're quits. We are no longer friends. Do not call me, I will not call you. In fact, goodbye, Sprotty.
Same to you, friend. Small point. What's he look like?
Horrible.
And there I was, completely surrounded. It was a stakeout, was it? Oh, yeah. Very carefully planned. I mean, there were several of them. And you evaded them? Yeah, of course. It was like one of them James Bond things. Yeah, now, he often wears the frogman's outfit. No, there's no frogman's outfits. They all had these big black leather jackets, you know. I knew at once. There's one, he's a right wally. Moustache. You got to get up early to catch Arthur Daly. You know, I met Sean Connery. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that was before he became Roger Moore.
Dave.
Oh, excuse me. Hello, Mr. Sprott. Long time no see.
All right, Dave. Give us a light ale.
Yeah, come out. You know, Arthur, I was saying to...
Arthur Daly. Daly, isn't it? For mischief at your age.
Beg your pardon? I think you've got the wrong man. You trying to mug me or something?
Seen one of these before?
What is it? Season ticket for Fulham?
Get in the car.
Hang about. My mum told me not to accept letters from strangers. Didn't your mum tell you that?
My mum said near him in the privates. That's nuts to you.
Oh, if you're going to be like that.
Get in.
I don't know whether you know, but I'm one of the most highly respected businessmen in the borough. Not to say in the whole of the Greater London area.
You owe me money.
Me?
Oh, yes.
Look, may I ask?
No. Where's JJ?
Oh, he didn't... Are you arresting me? Oh, in that case, do you mind if I go?
Should your feet feel inclined to hit the pavement, you are dead. I've just been kicked out of the force. 20 years of my life gone. All I know is crime. Particularly fraud. I'm an expert. And I've known JJ for 10 years. Always admired him. You see, he's an artist. And I've always thought of him as a friend. So when I knew I was going to be dismissed, I thought I'd get hold of JJ. But I should have known. Con men never die. They merely fade away with your money.
Well, I wouldn't know about that.
You see, I gave him the money, and he went on the missing list. Brilliant scheme. We were going to have an office, 3 phones, put an ad in the Sporting Life. The very same ad that you had. So you see, that's why I say you owe me money.
No, just a minute. I mean, I don't know anything about your arrangements with JJ.
It's your office, isn't it?
Yeah, in a way.
Then I want it. This is a very expensive jacket. All the better to tear it to shreds.
No. Don't do that. I'm sure we can come to some sort of arrangement.
And the phones.
Not the phones. Yeah, everything. All inclusive.
What is it then? Short-term lease?
Very short-term. Just park by the station.
Terry! I'm on the phone.
I'm being threatened. Sir,
thought
you
it was
mind?
something new.
Excuse me, sir,
Wait,
please.
where's my dosh?
Have a word with him.
Sir, I'm getting a lot of complaints.
You're going to get a lot more, too. This is your new tenant.
You said it was an office.
The area
No.
manager is due here
You
this
said it was an
morning. If he
office.
was to contact the GPO,
And you're going to have
you
a
and me,
few
we can find
outgoings,
ourselves in a very
like,
queer position.
Petrol?
Oh, it hasn't been too strenuous.
Sylvia?
I am answerable to head
Toad?
office.
And the station manager.
Yes.
But he's on the firm. Make a nice cup of tea anytime
There
you
are
want it.
no catering facilities on this
Toilets
station
on
at
the
present
platform.
time, sir.
You
sort
are
it
sending
inform
me
this,
up.
And I am...
Shut up.
Yes,
And
sir,
Terry,
please.
who takes care of all aggravation, physical, otherwise.
Cold.
I think so.
Oh, that must be for you.
Sir, do you mind? Sir.
I still think it's a nice little earner. There's none so gullible as your average punter.
I'll leave off. He needs his rest.
Well, you can pick 'em, the selections. You like the GGs.
Yeah, that's why I'm skint.
No, you're very good with dumb animals.
Oh.
What?
That's his bed.
Oh, my God.
He's getting dressed.
Oh, thank goodness. Now he won't need that then, will he?
Have you met the charming Arthur?
Not sure I want to.
My pleasure, my dear. We knew he'd be all right. I shall have to schlep around and find some more telephones.
He's bored with horses. There are better things. My fault. We were talking about the banking system last night, Switzerland. And suddenly I saw a glimmer in his eye. It was as though the Holy Grail had manifested in the ward. Don't stop him. It's JJ versus the gnomes of Zurich now.
That could be his personal best.
Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah, he's going to need a bit of capital for that, isn't he?
Oh, you old scallywag, you got it right. Where's my money?
Pennies, JJ. Handful of coppers. You're all right. I've had a terrible time. Dash in here, dash in there. Is that bed free?
Oh, it's hard work avoiding honest work. How much have we got?
Who knows? Checks, postal orders. I haven't cashed any of them.
How much, Arthur?
£972.
So you owe me £486 plus the £300 I gave you when we started.
That was a gift.
That was a capital loan. You're very lucky I didn't charge you interest.
Oh, you're wicked, JJ. I've laid out money to station masters, dead-end kids, Blossom,
Petal,
Tulip, Dandelion, I don't know what her name is. If I didn't know you better, I'd say you was a con man.
He is. What's your excuse? What's the damage?
320.
320? Oh, Lord. You lot must be falling off your wallets. We'll keep all that.
Contribution towards the upkeep on the Bentley.
Oh, my God. I've seen healthier face on a pirate flag.
Do you know what time I got into my feather this morning?
Earl Grey?
5:28 precisely.
It is an acquired taste.
That little Eastern gentleman that you stuck me into was a bleeding lunatic. 5'2", he had to pull his socks down to have a jimmy, and there he was giving it all be joyful to everything that moved.
There you are, my son. Nectar.
7 clubs in 9 hours with it. He was so pissed we had to stop at the pillar box because he thought it was a mosque.
I thought they didn't go in for fermented beverages. It was against their calling.
Don't indulge. Do you know what a zombie is?
Well, Arnie, he's been dead from the neck up for years.
Brandy, dark rum and papaya juice.
Oh, my God.
16 he put away. I poured him into his hotel at 4:30.
Sounds an eventful evening.
Eventful, yeah. You said all he wanted was a quiet meal.
As I understood it, that was the case.
You knew he was a crank.
No, Terry, no.
Yes, Arthur, yes.
You implying I mislead you?
Well, no, you don't actually tell lies, no.
I should think not.
Just don't let the truth get the better of you. What is this, tea or talcum powder?
You know your trouble, Terence. You've got tainted taste buds. It's all that teabag tannin. Plays havoc with your kidneys. Hey, listen to this. This is Wally West. Mr. Walter West, a London car dealer, who turned back the mileage recorders on 5 cars, was fined £1,100 by Marylebone magistrates. Mr. Arnold Selwyn, for the prosecution, said Mr. West tampered with the recorders, putting back the mileage by between 15 and 34,000 miles. The profit from the sale of the cars was in excess of £2,000, and the discrepancy on the recorders, 129,832 miles. Mr. West, aged 52.
Yeah, it's turned that back and all, isn't he?
Yeah. Admitted the charges under the Trades Description Act and was fined £200 on each count and £100 costs. Oh, poor old Wally.
So he got a smack for clocking motors. Happens to the best, doesn't it? Do you remember that 3.8 Jag?
That was a bona fide repair.
It was about as bona fide as a £2 note.
You are in a wounding mood this morning, Terence.
You got any coffee?
I mean, 1,100 quid. I mean, that is draconian.
That is what?
Magistrates. We haven't seen the likes of that since Hitler gave up house painting.
Got a customer.
What?
You know law. He looks like I feel.
Oh, my God, what does he want? Good morning, Mr.
Rushmer.
Rushmer, of course. What a day, eh? Ah, what a pity we can't bottle it. Still providing you with sterling service, I deduce?
I've only had it 2 months.
Nearly 3, sir. I am cursed with total recall. 3 months is Friday.
So it's still under guarantee?
The Arthur Daly Golden Handshake guarantee is as sound as our city institutions. 3 months. 3 clear calendar months it is. Do I detect a hint of inquiry appertaining to such?
Mr. Daly, would you come with me, please?
You know, selling you that vehicle caused me considerable domestic upheaval. Yes, her indoors, my good wife. She had her eye on it. She wanted it something terrible. I said to her, no, my dear. Mr. Rushmer is a gentleman, and he deserves a gentleman's conveyance. I must say, you have amazed me, Mr. Rushmer. I would not have believed this could be presented in better nick than when it left here. The gleam, sir, the gleam. That puts a roll at the shame. I am impressed.
Mr. Daly, would you mind looking here, please?
Where?
Here. Closely. Well?
Extraordinary. Looks like some sort of flora.
Grass, Mr. Daly. Grass. Growing grass.
I trust this isn't some sort of hoax or G-up or leg pull, is it, Mr. Rushmer? I mean, I am noted for my sense of humour. Where is he?
Who?
Very good, very convincing.
What are you on about?
Well, it's game for a laugh, isn't it?
I don't know what...
You know, when the geezer with the insurance salesman's smile leaps out, stuffs a microphone up your bugle and informs 5 million people what a lemon you are.
There's grass growing out of my car, Mr. Daly.
Well, a leaking sump, dodgy clutch, even a rumble in the transmission. They are certainly encompassed by our agreement, but horticultural phenomenon. I don't know what I can do. Have you tried trimming it with nail scissors?
I want this seen to.
Look, I don't want to appear obstructive, Mr. Rushmer, but in a strictly legal sense, this would appear to be of a very complex nature.
Are you going to do something about this?
Well...
Or am I going to report it to the fair trading authorities?
No. Do not let us be hasty. I'm sure we can come to some mutually compliant arrangement.
Mr. Daly, my brother-in-law's a local magistrate.
Oh, that is interesting.
Only yesterday he fined a motor trade dealer over £1,000 for sharp practices.
At Marylebone?
You read about it?
I did indeed. I was saying to my colleague, Mr. McCann, just a moment before you arrived, how imperative it is to maintain standards, weed out the riffraff, the cowboys.
And the grass.
And grass.
Shall I leave the keys?
Leave it? Oh, yes, indeed. I'll have it dealt with by my specialist body shop, post-haste.
When can I collect it?
Shall we say a week?
Tomorrow.
Afternoon?
Before lunch.
Another satisfied customer.
You look like a rat's just crawled up your trouser leg.
I'll kill that bloody Arnie.
That was that rush job after you, remember? You should give it a quick blow-over.
I'm sure I said no such thing. This was my car of the week.
Tell?
I wasn't around, mate.
Well, I worked late. I've run out of filler and I gave you a belt and you said... use a couple of handfuls of mud.
Mud?
So I did. Must have been some grass seed in it.
I was speaking metaphorically.
What's that mean, Arthur?
It's a figure of speech.
What's that?
When he said mud, he didn't mean mud.
Oh.
I meant use something equally efficient as a filler.
But I didn't have nothing, Arthur. That's why I billed you.
Look, just give it a spray, Arnie, and try and use a modicum of craftsmanship, will you? This gentleman is trouble.
Hello, Arthur. Long time now.
Wally, making a living?
Scratching about a bit.
Good,
I was
good.
reading about you this morning.
Dave, show a bit of tact, please.
Them slag reporters.
Ah, today's news, tomorrow's chip wrappers. Usual?
Please, Arthur.
Yeah, port and brandy, Dave. 1100 sobs, Wally. Oh, that was a bit gruesome.
That magistrate took that bang needle to me from the off. He was a right cannibal.
I know, his brother-in-law.
I put my hand up on all five. No point in giving them aggravation, wasting their time like. I thought, top whacker monkey.
Yeah.
Maybe less if me brief gives them the old toffee. You know how sorry I was. No previous, extenuating circumstances. Sat there like Stoney did, cocking a deaf'n. I tell you, if he was an undertaker, people had stopped dying.
I'm beaten beat. So, slated, Dave.
The only time I saw him smile was when I asked for time to pay. 7 days, one poxy week.
Well, have you got it?
Not exactly as it happens.
Well, what can a friend say? I mean, if I had it...
Yeah, it'd be yours, wouldn't it? Yeah,
I ain't come here to put the hand on you, Arthur.
No, my sympathies are with you 100%,
But I was going to ask a favour.
Oh?
In fact, a double favour.
Oh, well?
I'm into a good little earn.
Oh, now that's what I like to hear.
It could give us both a nice little drink.
Yeah. Say no more, Wally.
It's amazing the way the mention of money transforms him, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen anyone look more furtive.
You can't be too careful.
You got that committee report?
Not here.
Talking of undertakers, I know one in the sticks that's got a 79 Daimler hearse and 2 Princess limos in perfect nick, and he's given me first refusal.
Yeah, with respect, Wally. I mean, funeral vehicles are not exactly a car of the week on a forecourt, are they?
Hold up, Arthur, I know what you're thinking, but I've also got a customer with her tongue hanging out.
Her?
A funeral director in Fulham. Her vehicles are on there last night.
I know, that is what I call creative coincidence.
You put up the asking price, have them over to Mrs. Murdoch, and we're into £4 clear profit. Down the middle, you get your investment back plus 2K on top. I pay me fine with some wedge left over. It's like lifting pennies off a dead man's eyes.
Pardon my reticence, Wally, but this is a certainty, yeah? I mean, I could get stuffed. I mean, what's the use of an hearse and 2 widows' wagons to me if she turns funny?
Well, start your own business. You look lovely in black.
It's as certain as February flu. Would I steer you wrong, Arthur?
Hold on, Wally, why don't you borrow the necessary and bag the £4 yourself?
It'd all take too long. It had to be done right off before she finds out they're available at his price. Anyway, I need you, Arthur, to do the business, and that's part of the other favour.
Well, I don't understand.
Well, I've been having a bit of bother at the lot. Last week, someone broke in, stole all the logbooks and the keys. What a bleeding to do. I couldn't move a car in or out. And last night, it happened again. They here sold a load of cars.
Cool, that's a bit evil, isn't it? Do you know who?
No idea. Or why.
You haven't upset any of the chaps, have you?
Nothing like that.
Yeah, but where do I come in?
Part of the deal would be you lend me Terry, free and for granted for a few days, to mind the place for me, sort of be around, keep his eyes open, maybe stay over a couple of nights.
Hold on, we'll have to talk about this.
No, never mind, let's talk about this. Get some drinks in. Go on, go on.
What's he like?
50 plus, wife dead, 1 son. He's not an educated man, but he's no fool.
You met him?
No, that's from asking around.
Discreetly?
Naturally.
Naturally.
You may mock me, Mr. Upsimer, but let me tell you one thing. If I had your sort of money, I wouldn't need you.
Hold up, here comes Cheerful Charlie.
What's this then? A wake?
Mr. Chisholm, what a pleasant surprise.
Quite a write-up, Walter.
Bastard reporters.
Only doing their job, informing the public of the less salubrious sides of society.
Be fair, Mr. Chisholm, it was a bit strong.
1,100 sovs.
It's amazing how certain figures stick in your mind, isn't it? The total discrepancy on the recorders was 129,832 miles.
I could see your lips move.
That works out about a penny a clocked mile. Inner scales are justice, Walter. I reckon that's about right.
That is a callous calculation, if I may say so, Mr. Chisholm.
Callous, Arthur?
First offence.
No previous. Doesn't mean he hasn't been at it for, what, 30 years, Walter?
I resent that.
No doubt you do, but deny it.
Look, is there anything you wanted specifically, Mr. Chisholm?
Specifically? Now, there's a word.
Yeah, well, I'm enlarging my vocabulary. One a week.
Very commendable.
Got a good one for you.
Specifically? No. It was pure coincidence that brought me in here. When I saw you three gentlemen together, my highly developed sense of curiosity and suspicion got the better of me.
We were consoling an old and valued friend.
Doesn't look very consoled.
He's had a traumatic experience.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave you three gentlemen to your commiserations. Shall I write it down for you?
Make you an offer on it, Guff.
That's the price. You want it, that's what you pay for it.
It ain't worth that.
You're just punching me about.
What about the van? Part exchange.
That pile of rust, I couldn't give that away.
You thieving old...
Oi, you got a problem or what?
Out. Off my premises.
Oi, you're the man on your toes. Don't be so stupid, sonny. On your bike. Hey, gypsies?
Yeah.
Where'd they come from?
Down the road.
Didn't know there was a site round here.
There isn't. At least not official. They're on private land.
Get much trouble off them?
Not me personal. It's the first time they've been over here, but the local people have been trying to get them shifted for months. Petitions, that sort of stuff. I wouldn't sign. Well, live and let live, that's my motto.
Yeah, it could have been them that did the old what's name, couldn't it?
Nah.
Well, here's a thought.
Why? They'd have to have a reason.
Yeah.
Death, funeral directors. Bad as a fishmonger being called haddock.
Can't you read? Closed. C-L-O-S-E-D. Closed. Plain as the nose on your face.
I beg your pardon. Hello?
Osborne's in the High Street. They'll seat you.
Mr. Death.
Diath.
Diath. Mr. Diath. Hello?
These premises are permanently closed.
My name is Arthur Daly. I'm a friend, or more a business acquaintance of Mr. West.
Who?
Mr. Walter West.
Oh, yes. What can I do for you?
Could I come in?
Identification.
Pardon?
Have you got any identification?
Oh, yeah. No, there you go. Can't be too careful these days. Mr. West has gout.
Gout?
Very painful.
An intemperate man, is he?
Now, he's asked me to represent him.
I suppose you'd better come in then. Wipe your feet.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Are you a Christian, Mr. Daly?
Christian? Oh, yeah, definitely.
Baptized?
Oh, scream the church down.
Then your soul will know salvation. Soon, Mr. Daly. It will be soon.
Yeah?
The second coming. All the signs say.
Oh, that's very comforting to know.
You've come about the vehicles.
Yeah, that is correct.
Fine vehicles.
So I understand.
There they are, my beauties. Black as the Bible, silent as an angel's fart. That's what Mr. Diaz Sr. would say. Jew, he was an intemperate man. I'm retiring. 49 years in the business.
49 years? That is half a century in the service of the community, Mr. Diaz.
I'd like to think so.
That is a vocation, a calling. I mean, bereavement, very dodgy thing to handle. New tyres?
I haven't any family to leave the business to, so I thought I'd sell up and go home to the valley.
Oh, I envy you that. All that fresh air, green hills and all that singing. Well, I'm quite satisfied, Mr. Diaz. I have a cheque made out here for the right amount.
Hey, oh, no.
No?
No.
But you did agree a figure with my colleague, Mr. West.
You have to test drive the principal vehicle at least.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary.
I absolutely insist.
Oh. All right.
I think it's time you met Mr. West.
I think you're right.
After all, you have the perfect credentials.
Gain his confidence.
Well, shows sincere concern at his
predicament.
Quite so. Quite so.
He's a big un.
He does look a bit of a handful, doesn't he?
Easy, Terry.
Yeah?
You the bloke that hit Nelson, are you?
Nah, no one hit anybody. He threw a punch and missed.
Fighting man?
I'm better than Nelson, yeah.
You start anything and I'll have the police over here right away.
Oh, yeah, the musker, that's always the way, isn't it?
No, it's not the way with me.
What, you want to fight me?
I don't want to fight anyone. But if that's what you're here for...
Son, I'd fight 10 your size.
Then one shouldn't give you any bother, should it?
Yeah, well, they come here causing trouble, now you. And I got enough trouble as it is. Maybe I should ring the police. Maybe this is down to your little lot.
None of my family done that.
And I suppose none of your family broke in last week, nicked all the logbooks and keys either.
No.
Ever since you lot arrived, there's been nothing but trouble.
Trouble for us? You can't leave us be, can you?
All right, what have you come here for, eh?
I come for the van.
Well, it's not for sale.
It's there, isn't it? The money here?
Where'd you get money like that from?
Working hard, you know, laying tarmac.
Well, it's still not for sale.
It isn't.
I don't have to sell it to you?
What's the matter? Is my money different from everybody else's or something?
Hey, come on, what happened to all this live and let live stuff, eh?
Yeah, well, that was before this little lot.
Listen, I've told you.
I know what you've told me.
You've got to admit, it is a bit iffy, you being so close and all.
Too bloody right.
Listen, if he'd have thought it was us, he would have had the police round. Anything happens round here and they're at our door straight away.
He's got a point, Wal.
It's just, I don't want nothing to do with them. I'm not a vindictive man. It's just, well, local feeling.
Sorry, pal.
Listen, you seem like a fair bloke.
Yeah, well, I'm not local, am I?
Well, come with me then.
Eh?
I'll show you it wasn't down to us.
You stay here, Terry.
What's the matter? You frightened?
No, I'm not frightened.
Well, come on. The last place we were, I bought a car, you know, just to break up and use for spares. Drove it back to the site and there they were. 13 offences. Tax, insurance, brakes, lights, steering, tyres. Threw the lot at me, you know. So I had to move on. Never followed up the charges, never meant to. Just wanted us gone.
Yeah, but they got legal sites now, haven't they? I mean, don't the local authorities have to provide them?
Stupid site wardens, and regular rent collections and nosy welfare people. I mean, they're no good to real travellers, you know. It pins you down. I mean, what are wheels for if not to keep on turning? They've closed down all our old stopping places. Nelson, Harry, come here a minute. Jim boy, come here. This fellow's from that car place down the road.
Yeah, last night, it was broken into and a load of cars were vandalised with paint. And last week, all the logbooks and car keys were nicked.
He says it was us.
Well, was it?
No.
Harry?
We ain't been at that place before today.
Jim boy, you know anything about this?
No, nothing about this.
None of you? Any of you lying to me? So I'll find out and you know what'll happen.
All we wanted was the van. For calling.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. I can tell when they're lying.
Yeah, I believe you.
Here, come here. I want to show you something. That's all right, Evan. And people say that we're dirty.
Cool. That's lovely, isn't it?
Sit down, why don't you? Yes.
Hello.
Well, we're not dirty. They are. I mean, them houses look all right from the outside, but inside, well, you've only got a smell. And the matchkas.
Matchkas?
Cats.
Oh, cats.
Well, jump out on furniture, shelves, go near food and crockery, lick their paws after burying their dirt. Unclean. Worse than rats.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Yeah, that'd be lovely, yeah, please.
Where's Wally?
He's taking one of the motors down for a respray.
Oh, vandals. Disgraceful. I know who done it.
What?
Yeah, I passed them on the way. Bunch of diddy-coys parked up the road.
They're travellers.
What?
They're not diddy-coys, they're travellers.
Pikeys, diddies, travellers, jippos, call them what you like. Infestation, that's what they are. Criminal race. If it's not nailed down, it's theirs.
You do talk a load of old cobblers sometimes, you know that.
Pardon?
I happened to be there this morning. This isn't down to them.
You believe that?
Yeah.
If they told you the truth, their teeth would fall out.
How many do you know?
That is not the point.
That's exactly the point.
Look, you don't have to have measles to know you can get spots.
Do what?
That's an allergy.
Well, figure of speech, you mean?
Yeah.
Is Mr. West available?
No, he'll be back in about an hour.
Ah. Oh, Fribbins, local council. I heard he's been having some trouble.
Yeah, we're just discussing it. Little contretemps over the jippos.
Yes, that's why I'm here. Mr. West hasn't reported this unfortunate incident to the police. I was wondering, are they harassing him, the gypsies?
No.
No. I thought he might want to make an official complaint.
Why would he do that? I haven't done anything.
You're quite obviously not from this area, Mr.
McCann.
I have a file on the gypsies that makes very interesting reading.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I intend to have them evicted, and I have overwhelming local support.
Now, you can't argue with that, Terry.
Oh, yes, I can.
You haven't got them living on your doorstep.
Quite so, quite so.
Oh, Benny, they got to live somewhere.
Yes, on proper sites, properly maintained, properly supervised.
By people like you.
We do have an official gypsy site. They refuse to go there.
And you know why?
Discipline.
Discipline. Cool deal. All you need is a pair of boots and a whip.
Terry!
We all have to live within the law.
Yeah, but your sort can make the law mean anything you want it to.
Will you inform Mr. West that I called?
No.
Oh. I see.
No, you don't see. You don't see because you don't listen. And you don't listen in case you hear something that just might be the truth. Poisonous little prat.
Terry, can't talk like that to a governmental official.
Yeah, they're giving the tom tits, those sort of people.
Terry, this is not our business. Do not get mixed up in it.
That is bloody typical of you, isn't it?
Hey.
Bloody jibbers.
The older man is Arthur Daly, car dealer, bit of a spiv. The younger one, Terence McCann, is hired out by Daly as a minder. Used to be a boxer, has a record.
So, now Mr. West has got himself some assistants. I'm afraid this calls for something a little bit special.
What do you mean, special?
I'm sure we can think of something.
Look, I don't want any part
You
of...
want out?
No, I didn't mean...
You're out.
That was just...
Just shut your mouth and do as you're told.
OK, Charlie, I'm keeping the score. Good evening, Arthur. Cool. You look as though you had 8 score draws up and forgot to post a coupon.
Terry.
You two had words.
A sharp tongue, young Terry.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Do you know what he had the effrontery to say to me? That all I care about is the wedge in my wallet.
Another one of your philosophical discussions, eh?
He called me a bigot. Me?
Well, you do have strong views, Arthur, about certain social issues.
As do all thinking men. And women.
Well, that's one of them for a start.
What?
Women. Well, you do go on a bit about them getting the vote and all that.
It is a current talking point, Dave, as is nuclear disarmament, lead in petrol, unemployment, economic recovery, human rights.
Yeah, I suppose that's about a lot. Yeah, oh, no. You forgot VAT, common market, and violence on television.
I am a man tuned in to his times.
Well, no offence, Arthur, but some of your tunes are a bit oft.
It's a sorry state of affairs if a man cannot articulate his view on life without getting slagged off.
Well, what was the trouble this time?
Chibbos.
Chibbos?
Yeah, he's got him with a pack of pikeys over near Wally's.
Jerry has?
Yeah, won't have a word said against him.
You know, when I was a nipper, I lived on a farm for a while. Yeah, we had a gypsy family living nearby. They worked on a farm and I used to play with their kids. I liked them. Yeah, I remember the old man took me to the Appleby Horse Fair. Bleeding horse trod on my foot.
Yeah, but they were your genuine gypsies, Dave. You know, lucky white ever and clothes pegs and all that. Not like this lot.
Well, I take as I find, Arthur. Hello, Wally.
Hello, Dave. Usual.
All set, Wally.
Where are the vehicles?
Over at my place. We'll get them over at Mrs. Murdoch's in the morning.
Handsome.
Where's Terry?
Oh, he's kipping at the lot tonight.
He's wasting his time, I'm telling you. It's them jibbos.
Take it easy, son.
one careful owner.
My goodness me, the bold Terence McCann.
Correct.
You're well out of your manner. Would it be indelicate to inquire how you received that facial discoloration?
I was assaulted by a fat lady with a crocodile handbag.
You are a wag. Yesterday, quite by coincidence, I observed 3 very slippery gentlemen locked in a highly dubious meet. Earlier this morning, again quite by coincidence, I read a report of a mysterious fire in a car lot. The business premises of one of my 3 dodgy faces. And included in that report, your good self, pulled from the flames by a uniformed constable. Ah. Spontaneous combustion.
You read the report.
That load of old fanny.
The facts as stated.
Facts. Facts? Fact number 1, you are here. Question number 1, why? Answer number 1, you are what is colloquially termed a minder. Therefore, quod erat demonstrandum, you are minding the business premises of Mr. Walter West. Ergo, your very presence suggests that Mr. West's business premises are in some jeopardy. You receiving me?
It was an accident.
Who is putting the frighteners on Wally West?
I can't tell you anything because I don't know anything.
Look, whoever did this is not pouncing about. Whoever did this is a very wicked person.
Yeah, when I get my hands
No,
in him,
you
I'll
will
break his...
not. What you will do is you will inform me, and if I hear anything to the contrary, we will continue this little tete-a-tete back at the Nick. Do I make myself crystal?
How about that then, Arthur? Smooth as a baby's bum. Perfect colour match. Call it 30 quid, eh?
That is a joke, isn't it? I mean, that is an attempt at humour.
Oh, well, till yesterday on that.
You think yourself lucky, my son, I'm not charging you.
What for?
Professional embarrassment.
20 quid.
10, if you'll throw in a little service.
What?
Help me get these motors over to Fulham.
Well, them funeral cars?
That's right.
There's 3 of them, Arthur.
I know there's 3 of them, Arnie. I can count 1, 2, 3. That airy thing that works for you sometimes.
Bernard?
He lives local, doesn't he?
Just round the corner.
Use my phone. Shake him out of his pit.
Oh, he's a very heavy sleeper, Arthur.
15, and that's my final offer.
That'll do nicely.
No, I told the old Bill not to phone you. I mean, it's bad enough without losing a night's sleep, isn't it?
You're a good boy, Terry. Oh, who's doing this to me? Why?
Yeah, that's what Chisholm wants to know.
Chisholm? Chisholm was here?
Early on, yeah, being very busy.
What did you tell him?
Well, next to nothing, but he's not a Wally, is it? No, sorry. Nah, you know, Chisholm wants to get his nose up, yeah?
Look at it. 1,500 quid.
I nearly had the bastard and all.
You okay, son?
This, yeah. Get worse than this when the heavy bag hits me back. Have a look.
What does he want?
Watcha.
I heard the explosion last night. Quite a mess.
What do you want?
I've come to help if that's all right.
How?
There's a car went past our place a couple of minutes after. White Camaro with a primer on the door.
Did you see the driver?
No, too dark and had his foot down, but I've seen that car recently. But where? Bloody where?
Recently?
Past week. That was a bar.
You sure?
Parked outside.
Well, which one?
Old Par's Head.
Oh, that's a rough house.
Yeah, there was a little team in there, fancied themselves a bit. Could have been one of them.
Villains?
Nah, working clothes, covered in shit. Looked like roadmen. You won't get anything out of him if he sees you with me.
All right.
me, John. I'm looking for a geezer and drinks here. Drives a big old beaten-up American motor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's got a job for me. Do you know where I can find him?
I might.
Well, it'd be handy, wouldn't it?
I might not.
I need that job.
Like to work, do you?
Well, don't everyone these days.
Tidy these up, then. And it may jog my memory.
All right.
They are in mint condition, Mrs. Murdoch, and they drive like silk.
Is that rust?
No, bird. Mere blemish of nature. Oh, and the interiors are undeniably immaculate.
Very comfortable.
At the price agreed, they are a steal.
The price mentioned, not agreed, Mr. Daly.
Well, we couldn't let them go for a penny less.
Mr. Daly, you are selling, I am buying. That suggests all kinds of possibilities. Arthur Daly.
L-E-Y.
L-E-Y. 1,000 pounds. You don't have to rush off, do you, Arthur?
Well, no, not exactly rush off, but I do have a pressing engagement shortly.
I think this calls for a celebration.
You haven't signed the cheque.
Uncanny.
Oh, thank you. If you could just sign...
You could be my poor Benny standing there. God rest his soul.
Your late husband?
Same height, same build, features, voice. When I first saw you, I couldn't believe it. My heart went all funny.
Oh, may I offer my condolences, albeit somewhat a bit late.
Being a widow, recently bereaved, can be very lonely.
If you could just sign.
I'm sure you understand, Arthur.
Or perhaps if you took up a hobby. Bowls?
Oi, tea bag.
You want something, mister?
Yeah, that white motor.
Yeah, what about it?
Whose is it?
Well, who wants to know?
I do.
Hey, get on your bike.
Do you want your eyes party, pal?
Here, Ricky.
What?
There's a fella here been busy about your motor.
Is he now?
Aye.
Are you the slag who broke into the lot the other night?
What are you talking about?
Give me this, eh?
Want some more? Is that the one, Terry?
That's the one.
Come in.
Hello, Mr. Fribbins.
Mr. McCann.
There was another incident at Mr. West's premises last night.
Quite frankly, Mr. McCann, I am not surprised. I did try to warn you.
One of his cars was set on fire.
That's very serious.
How serious?
Criminal damage. Prisonable offence.
Was it?
It certainly is.
So it should be reported officially.
It's the most serious incident yet.
Will it go in the file?
File?
The file on the gypsies.
It will head the file, Mr. McCann. I can assure you of that. Oh, the police must be informed about this.
Nathan. You forgot a number or something?
I'm sorry, Mr. Fribbins.
You were phoning the police. Ask for a Detective Sergeant Chisholm. He's very interested in that fire.
What's the meaning of this?
I don't know yet, but you're going to tell me.
Get out of my office.
No. Not until you've told me why you've had this lump vandalised Mr. West's premises on 3 separate occasions.
Just to get rid of us?
Nah, there's got to be more to it than that, Nathan, ain't there? Ain't there, Mr. Quite So?
You can't prove a thing.
I don't need to. Because you are going to write it all down and you are going to sign it.
Mr. Apsimon?
Who the hell are you?
Mr. Arthur Daly. And Mr. Walter West.
What do you want?
A little of your invaluable time to discuss a bit of reciprocal business.
Get out.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Fibbins sends his best regards.
Fribbins?
Your bent counsellor.
This is very nice. Must have cost a bob or two.
Can I offer you gentlemen a drink?
No, thank you. Now, I'm very particular about who I drink with.
You shyster.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand you have an ongoing interest in Mr. West's property. Mr. Fribbins was most explicit. Apparently, you purchased, in a somewhat Machiavellian manner, all the land and derelict properties adjacent to Mr. West's premises.
I do have certain interests, yes.
Certain interests? With respect, that is a slight understatement.
You got planned for a bloody great industrial complex. All you need is my place. All that aggravation. What was that supposed to do? Soften me up, then you come over sharp as a shithouse rat and offer me half what it's worth.
And the poor old gypsies get a poke and all. That is 2 birds with 1 stone. Very creative. You should be in politics.
Look, I'm sure we can come to some civilized arrangement.
That is why we are here. To tell you that Mr. West's property is definitely on the market.
Really? At what price?
At the right price. Which is both generous and unnegotiable. And if that price is not forthcoming, both your good self and Mr. Fribbins will be grassed on the local authority. Well, it's our duty, isn't it?
Well, there we go, gents.
Good health. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, here's to a comfortable retirement.
Oh, Wally, by the way, here's your half of that nice little earner.
Oh, thanks, Arthur. By the way, that Tilly Murdoch, quite a girl, eh?
Yeah, you might have warned me, Wally.
Oi, what's all that about?
Nothing. Just a little bit of professional badinage, that's all.
After your little cherry, was she?
No, she was not. Nathan, you'll be all right now that dog Fribbins is otherwise engaged.
No, we're moving on, you know. Don't like to be in one place for too long. And we've had a visit from the Inland Revenue.
Oh, say no more, my son. Those bureaucratic buzzards have the last
Don't worry about
morsel
that.
of
What about
flesh.
this bird, eh?
Never mind this bird.
You tell me about it.
Good evening, Arthur.
Oh.
You little rascal.
Oh, this is Terry.
Yeah, that's Wally.
That's
We've
Dave.
met.
Yeah, have you met Nathan?
No.
This is the fuzz.
Oh, my God.
All smiles now, are we? You've had another fire.
No, I fell over.
Of course you did.
How fortuitous, you two arriving simultaneously at the same time, as it were. This is Detective Sergeant Chisholm. Words cannot describe him.
This is very, very true.
Oh, isn't he tall?
Huge, he's huge.
Mrs. Murdoch, Tilly to her friends, of whom you no doubt will be one forthwith.
No doubt.
What sign are you?
I beg your pardon.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, that is interesting.
Now let me guess what you are. Do you know, you remind me so much of my late husband. Same height, same build.
Fish and chips?
The moment I saw
Southend?
you, my heart went all funny. I'm recently bereaved, you see, a widow now, and it's...
What's the name of that place again?
Oh, the Winchester. It's a drinking club.
I don't suppose you thought of that joker's name yet?
No. I know it's Arthur something or other. And I got the photo.
Dee, London isn't Sydney. It's 30 miles across and has got nearly as many people as the whole of Australia. And you're expecting to find one bloke you're not even sure is here. You must be out of your tiny mind.
Maybe.
Here we go.
Come on, then. Come on.
Carp, they are pulling away. What are you fiddling about at, you fool?
Well, I can't have it, Gov, can I? I said last week it needs servicing.
We've lost them. You know what, Carp, inheriting you from Sergeant Chisholm is not dissimilar to inheriting death duties.
You know your trouble, my son. Total ignorance of the times we live in. No historical perspective, that's your problem. You know what they say about history repeating itself?
Shouldn't do it in company.
Oh, very amusing, Terence, very droll. And here you are, turning down gainful employment.
And here you are, giving me GBA to the eardrum again.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello, Mournful.
I've been looking for you.
And I'm sad to say you found me.
Hello, Ty. How's your luck?
I'll take the turn for the worst, I suspect.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've got a good trade, if you're interested.
Listen, if it's as dodgy as that last cotchel you tried to sell me...
No, nothing like that. I don't know how that got in the police 5. Rickett, wasn't it? I'll phone him up, you know.
Who?
Oh, Whispering Grass. What's his name?
Shaw Taylor?
Yeah, that's it.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, fell off the back of a lorry.
No, I spoke to him. Told him that gear had been got in good faith and he was taking a liberty with my living.
Apologised, did he?
Asked for me name, didn't he? Can you imagine? You want to see what I got on offer then?
Yeah, all right, come on.
It's over here. Ain't hard to look at, is it? Keep her indoors warm and happy in winter, I thought.
Try it now, Gov. Well, I don't know. Maybe a bit of dirt in the carburettor. What do you think?
I think our two ladies have probably hoisted half a Selfridges by now.
Don't insult me, Mournful. For that kind of dough, I could join a Barclay hunt, capture my own foxes, get the skins made up, and still come out with change.
Leave off, Arthur. That coat comes to at least a couple of grand the right way.
Tell him, will you, Terry?
Consider yourself told.
I don't know. You feel your fingers to the bone. You have to put up with all this egg.
Here he stands, cushioned against the harsh realities of unemployment, mostly, I may add, due to my good offices.
All right. 800, and we've got a trade.
Yeah, where was I?
Don't know, but I wish you were still there.
I'm still here. I risked my liberty for that coat, Arthur, and you want to steal it off me?
Look, I can buy them legit at cost for what you are asking, Mournful. Now, will you please go away?
Well, all right. 7. And that's final.
Yeah, Dave and me, we were only kids at the time, but we remember the Yarrow marches, right, Dave?
The Jarrow, Arthur.
A sea of unemployed, schlepping their way hundreds of miles down the highways and byways to the smoke. There were no motorways in those days, Terry. No socks, holes in their daisies, but cloth caps at a dignified angle in order that they might demand their democratic right to do an honest bit of collar.
Well, you know...
Sad days, my son, but they will be back, Terry. Stand on me.
Good help.
That is what they said. But he helps them as helps themselves.
Well, you must have his undivided attention, then.
6.
Here, Tell. When are you going to bring in them tapes you keep promising me?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, mate. No, next time I promise, all right?
Yeah, that's a bit tasty, isn't it?
Yeah, she ain't bad either, is she?
OK, 5. And it really saddens me to say it.
Excuse me? Mr. Daly, Arthur Daly.
Arthur in?
Is he here?
Yeah, this is him here.
Hold on.
Suppose we could just sit here, Gov.
Wait for them to come back. See if they've got anything like.
We did that yesterday without a result. Don't you remember? Idiot.
Well, this is you with Gary Mitchell, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Look at that.
Well, yes, there is a vague similarity, and you are...
I'm sorry. My name is Dee Rogers. We've just literally got off the plane from Australia. Gary's an old mate of mine, and he said if ever we were over here, we should look him up. Unfortunately, I lost his address. But I do remember him mentioning this club and talking about this really nice bloke called Arthur Daly. It is you, isn't it, Arthur?
Well, now that you mention it, Miss...
Dee. Please, call me Dee.
Ah, Dee.
And I'll call you Arthur, if that's okay.
Fine.
Listen, can I buy you and your friends a drink?
Oh,
Mr. Soppy, no. Mr. Nice Guy can get it, can't you?
Yeah, yes, why not? I mean, it's the least I can do.
No, come on, please, I insist. Let me get
right
this.
Oh, it's OK, love. You'll get your chance, believe me. What you having?
Gin and orange, thanks.
Young man?
I'll take a lager.
Coming up.
I'm Terry.
Oh, how do you do, Terry? G'day.
Or I go elsewhere.
Can't you see we got company?
Listen, if you don't mind me saying, if all the ladies are like you down under, I think I'll immigrate tomorrow.
Call me Charming.
Oh, yes, indeed, yes.
Greg Collins.
G'day.
Hey.
That's a good grip you got there, sport.
Thanks.
Hello, Greg. Good to know you.
My name's Morris.
Yeah, we call him Mournful. I'll let you work out why.
How do you do, Morris?
Oh, not so good as a matter of fact. I'll keep trying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know a couple of Aussie birds. Terrific oysters.
Shut up. Come and have your drink. Here you go.
Oh, thanks
Want
very
ice?
much.
Excuse me, dear.
Yes?
Do you wish to purchase that dress?
Oh, I'm not sure. I was just checking the colour.
I'm afraid I'll have to take it back inside the shop. You've set off the alarm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's this, dear. We've got them on all the garments. It gets removed once the garment is purchased, of course.
Oh, right. Hey, you don't think I was trying to steal the dress, do you?
Not at all, dear. You weren't to know, were you?
Yeah, I knew him well. Great drinking mates, Gary and me. But I must say, I didn't expect him to come back here.
No.
Why's that?
He seemed very anxious to get away.
Yeah.
To Australia specifically?
Yeah, well, he liked the idea of all that sunshine and freedom, you know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Dee, what are we going to do about the taxi?
Would it be all right to send it away and park our luggage in here, just while we talk?
No trouble at all. Dave's a diamond.
Great. English money.
Terry will sort that for you, my dear. He's very good at that.
Yeah, I'll sort it, don't worry.
Right.
Sort of thing.
Greg will help you, won't you?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you a hand.
You really are a nice fella. Gary was right about you.
My motto in life, my dear, is if you cannot do someone a good turn, do not do them a bad one. It put that way, dear.
That's a lovely philosophy.
A little something I picked up along the way.
Arthur, have you any idea where I might find Gary?
Well, I'm not exactly unknown in this town, my dear, and if he's around, I'm sure we can work something out so that we can find him for you.
Would you? I'd be really grateful.
Yeah, well, I am a very busy man. I mean, do have to earn the daily crust. Arthur Daily crust.
Oh.
Get a living.
I understand.
That important, is it?
It is to me. You see, well, actually, Gary and I weren't just good friends. As a matter of fact, we love each other very much. We were to be married, but, well, let's just say circumstances parted us and, well, anyway, things are different now.
But I thought you and, Greg?
Oh, no. He's just an old friend, happened to be on the plane. He's over here meeting his brother.
Ah.
Arthur, I'd be perfectly willing to cover any cost that you might incur, if you wouldn't be insulted by that.
Insulted? No, of course not, my dear. No, just overheads. You know, no, I wouldn't be insulted. And how could I not help such a pretty lady as yourself? Now, me and my man Terry will do the best we can.
Oh.
Something the matter, my dear?
Guess I'm a bit chilly.
What, in this heat?
Not used to your climate, I guess.
Don't go away, my dear.
Score is all you're getting, and you're taking liberties.
3, and I'm doing you a favour.
Arthur, I want you to know how depressed that makes me feel.
Red is cash in your claw right now. And I want your assurance that it is bankrupt stock.
What? Oh, yeah, of course.
Well?
Well, if it wasn't for the fact I've got to pay my analyst.
Your what?
He reckons I'm suffering from depression. I tell you, Arthur, It makes me doleful.
I don't know how you do it. Stands you in for 3, and within minutes you knocked it out for 5.
Perfectly normal business transaction, profit and loss. That's what it's all about, isn't it? She's happy, I'm happy. Of course, Mournful's a bit doleful, but when isn't he?
Doleful?
Oh, you and Greg get into my car, my dear. I'm just giving my man Terry here the SP.
Oh, are you trying to make me look a Burke or what?
What?
Well, cut the my man crap, all right?
No, just a little gambit, Terry. Don't worry about that. I have learned something that will be of great interest to you. The geezer who is with her is not in the least romantically involved with her.
No? Oh, gee, I half-sussed he's a bit of an iron.
An iron? Leave it out. Man looks like a centre-forward for the All Blacks.
Well, he ain't exactly limp-wristed, I'll give you that. But they're not all screaming queens, are they?
Oh, don't be so tasteless, Terence. No, I think we've captured the little lady.
What do you mean, captured?
Or should I say, enraptured. By sheer good fortune. Hers, that is. The lady needs help looking for an old mutual friend, and we are in a position to render her assistance in that direction.
I could render her something.
Is that character for real?
Well, at £500 for a coat like this, who's complaining?
Oh, come off it, Dee. The bloke's a con artist. Who needs him?
Greg, he's the best chance I have to find my darling Gary. And to do that, I'm willing to spend quite a bit.
Now, the thing I don't get is why a sort like that would get pally with an out-and-out villain like Gary Mitchell in the first place. I mean, the only reason he immigrated was because there was a warrant out for him, right?
Right.
But she's straight, isn't she?
Oh, she is, Terry, she is. I found that out while you were chatting to Dave at the bar.
So why Gary Mitchell?
Well, it seems he set up business out there, all kosher and legit. She worked for him for a time. That's how they became friends.
Well, anything's possible.
Hang on. I've been saving the best bit. She don't like hotels. Wants a place of her own. Nudge, nudge, woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about the big boner all black?
Well, apparently he's going to be staying with his brother.
No, that is handy, isn't it?
It's handier than you think, my son. I've rented her your flat.
Oi!
Of course he don't mind, do you, Terry?
There is one little problem, like where am I going to rest my weary?
Well, you can kip round at your gran's. You're never at home anyway, are you?
Thanks a lot, pal.
I didn't think... I mean, I don't want to impose. I can hardly expect Terry to clear out of his flat just so I can...
Nonsense, my dear. Why pay lunatic hotel prices? No, a nice little pied de terre, or should I say pied de Terry. Not a few bus stops from the throbbing heart of the metropolis. At 80 quid a week, it's a gift. Stand on me. The whole ground floor.
That's the lot.
Well, you know, it's kind of a shame it's not big enough for both of us.
Well, actually, I was thinking about that. It is really, isn't it? I mean, it's only got one bedroom, but it's a big old sofa.
If you're sure, I mean, you don't mind.
No, I don't mind, you know, if you don't mind.
No.
Are we anywhere near Park Royal?
Park Royal?
Yeah, that's where my brother lives.
Hi, Mournful.
All right, girls. I hope you've had a good day. Mine's been a right downer.
Of course, the boy's a bachelor, so tidiness is not exactly his strong point, as you can see. Here. But I can vouch for the fact that he is personally clean in himself.
Personally clean? Will you just...
Oh, this is the master bedroom.
All right.
Hardly elegant, but cosy.
I really appreciate this, Arthur.
Least I can do, my dear. We British still have a duty to protect and assist our colonial cousins from around the globe. Yeah, let me show you the Kazi. The bathroom.
Right.
Matt could do with a trip to the cleaners, Terry.
Listen, one day, that's all I'm
Change
telling you.
those sheets.
Now, these are about the right mark. I can shift these all day for 30 or 40 quid a lump to proper people, instead of liberty takers like Arthur Daly.
Who's Arthur Daly?
Don't ask me.
Just one through, Gov. Be fixed by morning. What's this, then?
Well, according to Ronnie Aldridge, that little duo of Aussie hoisters have been trying to trade their ill-gotten gains to persons on this manor, right?
That's what it's heard, Gov.
And what has that little collection of antisocial misfits got in common, then?
Well, they're all local faces we know or suspect of handling stolen property.
Precisely. And those three, Grimwood, Barber and Daly, frequent the Winchester Club, is that not so?
Yeah, that's right, they do, Gov.
Who else is a member and occasional visitor to the said establishment?
Oh, yeah, of course. Ronnie Aldridge.
Ronald Austin Aldridge, small-time thief and informer. And given our manpower problem, who better to keep an eye on Messrs Grimwood, Barber and Daly, should the opportunity arise?
Ah, I see, Gov.
I suppose partial sight is better than none. Do have another word in his shell-like. Now?
Right, well, I'll drop Greg off at his brother's and Terry will start making inquiries as to Gary's whereabouts while you get settled down in the flat, my dear.
Oh, I thought, if it's okay, perhaps I could go along with Terry.
Why not? Why not? No harm in having someone minding you. Perhaps you could show Dee one or two of our historic landmarks, Terry. Show her where her ancestors hailed from.
Clink prison's closed, isn't it? No, I'm sorry, love. No, it's a little joke.
Maybe it's not. Oh, Arthur, do you know where I can hire a car? Anything'll do. I just, can't be completely dependent on you and Terry.
Hire a car?
Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact...
Don't you point that finger, forget that.
Have I said anything?
No, I know
Have
what you're going to
I was
say.
about to say to Dee...
What?
If she is anticipating staying for an indefinite period, it will be far cheaper to buy a nice, reliable little runabout. And it just so happens I know where I can obtain the sort of vehicle she would appreciate.
I'll bet you do.
You ought to be arrested, Freddie. 2.5 for this museum piece.
Well, they sell, Arthur. They don't build them like this anymore.
No, they wouldn't dare.
MOT'd, tax for another couple of months.
Please, Freddie, I'm a trader, not a punter. I don't want to hear all that. Dear, oh dear, look at all that pudding on them sills. I'll give you 70.
70?
Yeah.
Make it a oneer and it's yours.
Not a gift, Freddie. Not a gift, but acceptable. You get your lad to take it over to Terry's place, can you?
Sure. Be a bit difficult today, though. He's over at the auctions. First thing in the morning, all right?
Yeah, fine. Leave it outside with the papers and all that.
Right, will do.
Please, Freddie. Oh, Freddie? You knew Gary Mitchell, didn't you? Used to graft through that firm out of Fulham.
Yeah. Done a bunk to Australia about 5 stretch ago, didn't he? At least that's what I've heard.
Well, you heard right. Well, apparently he's back here now. You haven't seen sight nor sound of him, have you?
No. Hang on a minute. I was having a drink in a Prince of Wales the other day with Bobby Finch. He mentioned something about him. What was it now? Thing is, we're all a bit elephants at the time. No, but I'm sure his name was stuck up, though. Why didn't you have a word with Bobby?
Yeah, I will, right. Your first thing in the morning, OK?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, right.
I tried there. Been all over, haven't we?
I ain't seen him or heard a thing till. Shouldn't have thought he'd have wanted to come back. The old IPO game when he was at it here, wasn't he?
That's right, yeah. God, he was the governor, impersonating the old Bill, let's face it. Oh, thanks, Keith. See you around, mate, all right?
OK.
Oh, I thought you knew. I mean, that is, I thought that Arthur would have told you.
No, he didn't, no.
Poor old Gary. He was never happy there. I don't know. My parents hated him for some reason. Then one day we had this really terrible fight, and the next thing I knew, he'd sold his business and come back to England. Said if I really wanted him, I'd come and find him. So here I am.
Yeah, you are.
It's been really great today, Terry. You know, showing me the sights and everything. I really appreciate it.
Listen, I suppose you don't fancy a nice quiet drink in an old English pub, eh?
Now, what's your name up there, my darling?
Dee.
By God, what a memory. Now, look, Dee, where the hell do you come from?
Australia.
Bleeding Australia. Oh, God, we had an Australian pianist here the other night. Not a lot of good, but they reckon he's pretty big down under. Joke, laugh. I had to go and see the doctor the other day. He said, I haven't seen you for 2 years. I said, I know, I've been ill. Social Security, you know what I mean? He said, your nose is swollen. I said, I've got sinus trouble. He said, no, sinus. No, I said, I was out with a boxer's wife. He's seen us. Little song here now. Now, there's a little song coming up here now. It's called Leave It Out, John. Everybody in the chorus! She was young and she was free. She took a shine to me, succumbing to my stunning natural charms. And I was cool as I could be, and I very casually took her in my manful arms. Oh, I was
This is great, Terry. It's really great.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what?
It seems to me that Gary Mitchell wouldn't have been your type.
What makes you think that?
I don't know, mind you, I never really
What?
knew him.
Sorry, I can't...
No, I said I never knew him all that well. He was more a mate of Arthur's.
Oh, right, yeah.
Wally, as she slapped my face and very loudly said, "Everybody now, leave it out, John, leave it out. If we don't have to dance, leave it out. Leave it out, John, leave it out. It's been so nice out today, so leave it out. If there was ever any doubt about the ins of being out, leave it out, John, leave it out." I check it too.
Want a drink, Tom?
I thought I'd have a drink.
Oh, no, really.
No, I've got, yeah. You'll be all right.
I thought she would approve.
He's quaint, your Arthur.
Quaint? Oh, yeah, quaint.
A likeable rogue, eh?
What?
Arthur, he's a likeable rogue.
Yeah, you could say that. That's all right.
Well, he is a crim, isn't he?
No, he's married.
Oh, come on. You know what I mean? Gary told me a lot of stories about him. Funny. Oh, God.
I suppose you could say it was funny.
And inadvertently, I let her know exactly how I feel. Everybody leave it out, John. Leave it out. It's been so nice out today, so leave it out. Leave it out, John. Leave it out. It's been so nice out today, so leave it out.
How long have you worked for Arthur?
Hey?
Arthur, how long have you worked for him?
No, I don't work for him. I don't work for him, I work with him.
What, like now?
Oh, yeah, sort of, yeah.
Oh, and I thought you liked me.
I'd like you a lot more if you weren't webbed up with Gary Mitchell.
Terry, that sounds as if you don't like him.
I'm the jealous type, aren't I? It's not funny.
Evening, Arthur. Usual. Please, Dave, large one. Terry hasn't rung or been in, has he? No.
Oh, Arthur, how's it going?
Ronnie! Haven't seen you around here for a bit.
Can never find a bit round here.
Not a little sojourn in one of Her Majesty's hotels, I hope?
No, touch wood. You staying lucky, are you?
Luck has nothing to do with it, my son. It's this.
You always was a bit slippery, Arthur.
Cheers, Dave.
Well, you still haven't told us what you're doing over here.
Oh, just a little bit of business to take care of, you know. Help out a friend.
Well, no one can say you weren't the best minder we had back home.
Is that all?
No comment.
Do you ladies have somebody watching your backs over here?
Oh, we don't really need it. Well, you know, the shops are a doddle. Yeah, we've got a guy who gives us a pretty fair deal on practically anything we get.
Sounds like a pretty good setup.
It's the dragon's birthday next week, so I've got to make a gesture, a little present, keep it sweet, know what I mean?
Well, how about a packet of firelighters? Now, what you got in mind, Ronnie?
Well, I thought a bit of clobber, nice coat preps, or a bit of Tom if it ain't too pricey. Just wondered if you might have anything going.
No, I've got nothing like that in stock. Yeah, how about a pogo stick? Keep her fit, help her work off her aggression?
No, I don't think so, Arthur.
Oh, I don't know why I bought the bloody things. Geezer must have caught me on the hop.
One thing she's been egging me for is a fur coat.
Oh, if you'd been here at lunchtime, I could have done you a bit of good.
Yeah?
I had a fox fur that Basil Brush would change his act for. But I knocked it out of this Aussie bird, didn't I?
Aussie bird?
Yeah, you know, antipod, what's it? Australian lady. And what a sort.
Oh?
Oh.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, do be careful on the way home. We had a Scotsman in here last night on the way home. Found a pair of crutches in the curb. Went home and broke his wife's legs.
Sorry.
You never know what you might find in the street. Now then, do be careful.
You worry me, you know.
Why?
It's time, ladies and gentlemen.
Carrying all that dough about. This is a vicious city, you know. Wouldn't it be safer in a bank?
I like carrying a lot of money around. Gives me a feeling of confidence.
Yeah, ta-ra, Jim.
Nice meeting you.
The only problem is you might get a feeling of pain if someone hits you over the head to get at it, right?
You know, I'm really bushed.
Well, no, I've just got the taste. Let's go
Would you
down to
mind
Winchester.
terribly if I just went back to the flat? I mean, with all the travelling, the sightseeing and no food, I'm really...
Do you want something to eat?
No,
There's a
Terry,
restaurant round the corner.
Really, you know, I just want to fall into bed.
I
suppose you wouldn't like someone in the bed to catch you, would you?
You're really sweet. You know that?
Sweet? Ta-ra, Jim.
I don't blame you, Tel. I knew you wouldn't go to Australia, what, on a moped?
Oh, there's loads of room in here.
Fantastic. Listen, Terry, are you sure about this? I mean, hospitality's one thing, but letting someone you only just met...
No, don't be daft. I said it was all right, didn't I? Okay. Anyway, you never know. If we don't find Gary, my luck might change.
You are sweet.
Don't call me that.
About Gary, Terry.
Yeah?
Look, I realise it probably sounds a bit silly, but... Well, if you and Arthur do find him, would you mind telling me first?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
You promise?
Yeah, why?
Ah, it's only a silly thing. It's just that, well, you know, I want to surprise him. Can you understand that?
No. Yeah.
I don't understand. You? England's answer to you, Effner, leaving a bird like that to snuggle down on her own? You must be slipping, my son.
Don't give me all that. You knew she and Mitchell were more than just good friends.
Yeah, she did say something about an infatuation, but,
She's come over to marry the geezer. She told me. She told you and all.
Oh, funny. I must have misunderstood.
Yeah, bleeding hilarious, isn't it? Anyway, first we've got to find him.
Yeah, presuming he's around, and that could take a bit of time. Long enough for you to manoeuvre yourself into her affections.
Yeah, and long enough for you to rip her off for a few more quid.
Terence, I must say this. I feel deeply wounded when you make aspirations like that. And anyway, unlike you, I have made some progress in that direction.
What?
Well, I was doing a deal with Freddie the Fly for a tasty little motor for Dee, and he reckons Bobby Finch might know something.
Well, Finch, who's got the Prince of Wales?
Yeah, the very same.
Well, let's get down there then.
Well, what's the hurry? Tomorrow will do. Want to give yourself a chance, don't you?
They're not too keen, then.
Afraid not, love. But can't really blame them, considering. However, they might be able to help out with that other item.
Well, that's something.
And what about using that place? I mean, I thought that's what you intended to do when you moved in there. I don't think we'll have any trouble with those other two characters.
Made you promise?
Yeah. Well, I can understand that, can't you?
All right, Tom. Long time no see. How's it going?
What's it got to do with you?
Yeah, well, I'll be off now, Arthur. I'll be popping in, so if anything comes up...
Nice mother, right?
Or whatever, yeah. See you around then.
What's all that about?
You ain't trading with that Ponce, are you?
Ronnie? He's all right.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
I heard from a few proper people that he's a wrong un. Too friendly with Plod.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, you ain't told him any of your business, have you?
Me? No. You know me, Terry. Never divulge more than is necessary.
That's all right then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me understand this, Ronnie. You say that Arthur sold a fur coat to this Australian bird?
That's right, Mr. Rycott told me so himself.
Well, so what? He'd hardly likely to be selling bent gear to someone who's thieved it, would he?
No, that's true.
And since we have already got these suspect Australian hoisters under surveillance, what is the point of this ludicrous information?
Well, I just figured the Aussie connection, you know. Arthur's also got her a motor.
What is so unusual about that? Daily deals in motors.
Well, if you're going hoisting, motor's handy, innit?
Thing is, Ronnie, the two ladies in question already have a car.
Yeah, that's true.
Aldridge, you are a moron of mind-boggling ineptitude. I don't know why I let you reign. You talk to him. I'll go and wait in the car. And if you feel a compunction to hit him, try to do it so as not to leave any marks.
$400 for that? I know, it's ridiculously underpriced for a period piece like that, isn't it? What with the demand and everything. But there you go, you see, being in the trade does have its advantages.
You're unbelievable.
Thank you.
Oh, it's great, Arthur. Really great. I love old things.
Just as well, innit?
Yeah, note the
Early plastic dashboard, my dear, and the genuine leatherette upholstery.
Fabola.
Yeah, get in, try it out for size. Comfort is a guaranteed feature, of course.
God, isn't it too much?
Far too much.
Oh, listen, Arthur, do I have to get it insured or anything, you know, before I can drive it?
All taken care of, my dear. I have a friend who does a nice line in cover notes.
Neat.
Third-party fire and theft at a criminally low fee. And if you just look on the seat, you'll see my own small personal contribution, so that you do not get lost in the capital of the mother country.
You're great, Arthur. Mr. Wonderful.
Wonderful, I'll tell you
Bye-bye,
what...
my dear. Come along, Terence.
Bye-bye.
Come on. I mean, you must have striped her for over a monkey already, and she says it's Mr. Wonderful. It's gross.
Gross? No, Terence. It's the natural forces of supply and demand. If the punter is pleased with the price he pays, it would be perverse to place a parcel for peanuts.
Pillock.
Pardon?
Pass.
Precisely.
I managed to get it for 1.5.
I'll take the 200 Mars for your trouble. It's no skin off our nose.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too happy about it, I can tell you.
Governor, what's Bobby about?
So where are they now?
Out looking for Gary.
Where do they think you are?
Oh, doing some more sightseeing, shopping on my own. Where are we meant to meet these girlfriends of yours anyway?
Well, some pub down by a canal. I've got it written down.
Did you tell them about me then?
I didn't have any option, did I? But don't worry, they're as good as gold.
Okay. What do you reckon?
Is this it?
Don't you think it's ace?
It's a bit of a rust bucket, D.
Dave Story saw him.
So he said.
Where?
Just down the road.
What? Boozer? Spieler? Club? What?
No, just bumped him in the street. Seems Gary's opened a wine bar there. At least that's what he told Dave it's going to be.
Wine bar? Gary Mitchell?
Well, apart from anything else, he'd never get a licence.
That's what I said, but he told Dave he's got his brother fronting for him.
Brother? Didn't know he had a brother. I knew he got a sister somewhere.
I don't know. Maybe he said brother-in-law.
A wine bar?
Well, it makes a change from impersonating police, doesn't it?
Hold up, that's him! You're right, it is, Terry. Yeah, that is definitely him. Come on.
No, hang about.
What?
I made a promise, didn't I?
Well, it doesn't stop us talking to the man. Ask after old times how things are going, does it?
Do all that at the wedding reception, can't you?
Who's got the hump, then?
G'day, girls. Dee Rogers, Lisa, Sandra.
G'day.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Come on, Terry, we've got 4 visits to make.
Arthur, is it true? Is it true? Have you found Gary? Dave at the club said that you'd...
It is true, my dear, we have.
Oh, that's fantastic. Where is he?
Westbourne Grove.
Westbourne Grove.
Yeah. It's opening a wine bar.
A wine bar?
Apparently. Look, I've got the address here.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrific. You didn't talk to him then?
No, my dear. Bearing in mind your request and the fact that my word is my bond, we did not.
I know you think I'm being silly.
Not at all, my dear. Have we not all at some time or another been touched by love's little mystery and romance?
Oh, you're a real sport, Arthur.
No, not at all.
You too, Terry.
Well, my pleasure.
Will you two be around later? Only, you know, if I see Gary and everything's okay, you know, perhaps we can all have a drink together.
We're busy for the rest of the day, but perhaps later at the club.
All right, sure, great, thank you. Both of you.
Been a privilege, my dear.
Got so wonderful profit, eh?
Coat looks nice, doesn't it?
Suit as the hat.
Don't see many of them about anymore, do you, Gavin?
The car or the blonde?
He's in the loo. Won't be long.
Yeah, right.
We ready then? We'll be soon. Might as well all live together.
Looks like they're having a day off, Gov.
Oh, yeah?
We'll maybe see you later, girls.
Yeah, maybe. And don't forget, Greg, not our place.
No sweat. Have a nice day. Be lucky.
And you. Bye.
Maybe some people don't know how to flatten the house.
Maybe. Well, come on, then. And let's see if we can stay with them this time, shall we?
Good job we called round before, Bobby. It's got to be better than paying brewery prices, isn't it?
Yeah, but hurry up if you can. I'm expecting our rep round at any time.
Lively, Terry, lively. Man's in a hurry.
Well, why don't you hump a few of these, then?
Would that my condition would allow. Oh.
It's nice to be in a motor that actually goes for a change.
Wouldn't it be better to move the alcove along there a bit? Oh, I don't think it can be done. Hang on a minute, I'll have another look at the plans.
Well, g'day, Gary.
Hello, Dee. How did you...
Never mind how. Oh, you bastard. Did you really think you could get away with ripping me off?
Oh, now, wait a minute, love. For Christ's sakes, Dee.
I want what's mine, you bastard. Now I think you'd better come along with us.
Come on, Dee, this is getting bloody...
Shift it, Pom.
All right, don't get excited.
Get another 2 loads, Terry, and we'll drop in for a well-earned drink at a Winchester.
Good thinking. I'll tell you what, can we stop off at my flat? I'll pick up those tapes, I promised Dave.
Yeah. I could do with a leak.
OK, Sport, you take a seat right there. And don't move, OK?
Oh, Christ.
What is it?
Arthur and Terry.
They're going to have a nice little surprise, aren't they?
Down Margate or somewhere, shouldn't we? You all right, dear?
What you doing?
What's just a little joke?
This is no joke. It's for real.
Oh, my good God.
I'm sorry about this, Terry. We weren't expecting you back so soon.
Arthur, what have you done to me?
Gary, me? Nothing. She told me you two were madly in love. I don't understand.
Well, neither do I.
Well, it's quite simple, really. You see, this little worm, this friend of yours, has ripped me off for what I consider to be at least 50,000 of your good old British sterling. I've come to collect.
Is this true, Gary?
A misunderstanding, Till.
Misunderstanding crap. Oh, look, we're working this scam together, right? Partners for nearly 2 years. Then we get this really big score, and this bastard skips the country with my share.
Well, it wasn't just the weather getting warm down there, you know.
Hold on. Are you telling me that you were at it with him?
You got it.
What, the IPO game?
Woman Detective Sergeant Rogers, Detective Inspector Mitchell. 2 of Sydney's finest.
I have to say this, my dear. I made a serious misjudgment of character about you.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, Arthur, but I'm sure even you will understand that being taken for a lot of money isn't a very nice thing to do to someone.
I'm deeply shocked. Nice girl.
Look, never mind all that. What are we going to do?
Yeah, well, before you start, could I have very
You
serious
stay
need
right
of...
where you are, Father.
No, hold on. Listen, this is my gaff, right? No, I don't want all this garbage in here. I get enough aggro from the old Bill without getting involved in other people's wars. So you can just stick that thing where you like it most and piss off all of you. Go on.
We're not going anywhere. We're going to stay right here till we get this little bit of business sorted out. OK, Sport?
I don't think you've got a bottle, Sport.
Awful. Been ages. How's your luck?
Don't ask. Yourself?
Can't complain. Drink?
Did you know alcohol was a depressant?
You do surprise me. Dave, when you can.
Usual?
Yeah. Don't suppose you'd be interested in a tasty leather jacket for your old lady, would you?
Funny you should say that.
You all right?
I'll never be right again, Terry. My nervous system has undergone the most terrible trauma. Oh, that's water.
Yeah, you're all right. All right. We know you're serious. What now?
Well, that depends somewhat on the detective inspector here.
I ain't got it, Dee.
Bullshit.
Straight, I've stuck most of it in the wine bar, haven't I?
That place wouldn't be worth a quarter of what we had, even if property prices are expensive in this city. And you running a wine bar, well, that's a joke for a start.
I won't be running it. Silent owner, ain't I? What you might call my retirement investment.
I want my share, you bastard.
The wine bar?
No, not the bloody wine bar. I'm serious, Gary. You better believe it.
Believe it, believe it.
Believe it.
Oh, my God.
Look, we must be able to work this out. Now, Arthur and I, we've been made to look right mugs in this little turnout, right? So just do us a favour. What's it all about?
It's about $400,000 worth of jewellery, which we acquired and he retained.
400,000?
That was the insurance value. As well you know, Arthur, that ain't anything like what you get for Rookie Tom.
How do you manage that?
Same old game, Tom. Find out who's got a few quid and who are at it. Or someone who tucks the odd valuables out of the taxman's sight. Steam in as the old bill with a moody search warrant and confiscate his evidence.
Funny thing just come through in the wire, Gov. A man in Westbourne Grove was kidnapped at gunpoint.
What is funny about that?
Well, it seems he was kidnapped by a woman and a man with Australian accents.
And?
Well, the thing is, I didn't connect it immediately, but when you left me talking to Ronnie, he said the Australian bird Arthur sold the fur coat to is staying at Terry McCann's flat.
I can't quite work out all the intriguing combinations we have here, can't? But I intend to.
Another thing makes it even more puzzling, Gov. Ronnie Audrey just rang me, and he says it's Mournful Morris who's dealing with the hoisters.
Sid, let me have a mobile out the front as soon as you can.
You pay her, Gary. It's the only sensible thing to do.
He's right, you know. Because apart from Ned Kelly's intentions here, I don't see that you've got any choice, mate. Because if you don't pay the lovely lady, I personally are going to pay you. Do you get my meaning?
All right, Sal. But your whack don't come to no 50 grand, darling. In the first place, they always top up the insurance value, and that stuff was only worth, what, roughly 200 grand? Tell her what you can expect the other way for that, Arthur.
Me? Well, how would I know?
Come on!
Oh, well, yeah, I have brushed shoulders with people in bars who have discussed such matters.
Oh, for Christ's sake, you're not making out a statement to the old bill.
Oh, 60-odd grand top whack.
40 of which have already stuck into the wine bar, and that is fact.
Yes, all right. I'll take the 20 grand you still got.
Look, there's been a few incidental expenses along the way. All I've got in ready is 15 grand tucked under the floorboards.
Well, that'll do, won't it? Come on, you goes. Take them to it.
No. You go and get it, Terry. Gary and Arthur can stay here. Insurance, so you return.
No, I'm sorry, Princess, you're not on.
Terry.
We all go together, and I don't care where we go, and then I'll go and collect it.
So what's the difference?
The difference, mastermind, is you and this Australian iron kidnapped him at gunpoint in broad daylight, right? And the car that you swagged him off in, which is a dot on a car to be noticed, is parked outside my flat with half the old bill in London looking for it. Now, we all go, or you can stay here and explain it to them yourselves.
Makes sense, Dee. The girls won't go a lot on it, but we could use their place.
You know, it really depresses me knocking out quality gear like this for half of what it's worth.
Morris, you're a real joy to work with. Do you know that?
It's kind of you.
All right, I'll do that. Take a look round in there.
Right, Gav.
He's right. 15 grand.
I still only got the bastard's word for it that this is all that's left.
So what you gonna do? Stay and argue about it, or get out while you're in front?
There's definitely signs she's been staying there, Gov.
Yeah. She's definitely not there now, though, is she? Which leaves us with one possibility.
Well, it's been nice meeting you fellas. Not as rewarding as I'd hoped, but nice.
Yeah, but what about the motor and all the stuff at Terry's flat?
Sell it, Arthur. Well, you're so good at that. And Terry, I am sorry about the circumstances. If things had been different, who knows, you might well have got lucky.
Now she tells me.
See you around, fellas.
Good day.
You know we're going to Heathrow, mate?
What I got you?
I think we've got a puncture, Gov.
Yeah, that's not all. We had one earlier, and a spares up the creek.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, thanks anyway, Tel. And you'll both definitely get a drink out of it. That's a promise.
Stuff it.
What? All right, Tel, I understand. But you must come round to the opening night of my wine bar.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of calling it Gems, by the way. Well, I'm a sucker for sentiment, aren't I? See ya.
Go on your bike.
What have you done? Certain expenses were incurred, you know.
Listen, you, this thing ain't over with yet. If it does all come on top, I want to be as uninvolved as possible. You got that?
Hold up.
Three wheels on your wag.
I don't feel at all well, Terry.
Get me another car round here, will you? Incredible. You are incredible. Did you really expect me to swallow that little fairy tale?
I can't understand what you mean, Mr. Rycott.
I understand Sergeant Chisholm has nightmares about you daily. Real ones. Well, that is not going to happen to me. You sold the lady in question the car with which she abducted that bloody mystery man.
It was an honest transaction, Mr. Rycott. One of my legitimate trades, isn't it? Buying and selling motors. There isn't a law against that, is there?
There is against flogging bent coats.
Now, that is a gross canard, Mr. Rycott. You have no evidence at all that I sold a fur coat to anyone. None. You have been listening to malicious gossip and rumours. Slanderous charges may have to be laid.
Shut up, will you? Yeah, shut up. Come on.
What? He had to let us go, didn't he? He had no choice.
Yeah, well, I think we had a right result, considering.
Now, what you're forgetting, Terry, is we were both genuine, innocent parties in this unfortunate incident.
Yeah?
So we had to tell a few porkies to avoid all the aggravation, what you might call natural justice. Mournful.
It's a very sad day for me, Arthur. Very sad indeed.
Never mind about that, Mournful. Come on, you're nicked.
I'm being fitted, Arthur. Send for my brief. I'm innocent.
You don't think Mournful will declare, do you?
Mournful? Nah, he's one of your own, isn't he?
Hey. You don't think,
What?
Horsey Matilda?
I do hope so.
So do I. Come on, let's go and have a nice cup of tea.
You're right, love.
I'm more Trout.
Yeah, I know that. I meant, are you up to making the identification?
The what?
Identification?
Why are you shouting? There are people at rest in there. Poor dear. He doesn't look very well, does he?
Mrs. Trout, is it your grandson?
Well, he was never as pale as that, and he's lost a lot of weight too, poor soul. Oh, I am glad our Ethel isn't alive to see him like that.
Look, love, is it your grandson, Albert Trout?
Well, it must be, mustn't it? There can't be two like my Albert, can there?
I'd like to know where you keep copying these from, Arthur.
Well, I'm likely to tell you, aren't I?
Think I go direct and cut you out of your corner, do you?
We would, wouldn't we?
Blimey. This one must have been cut from an old 78. Yeah, well, no one listens to that crap anymore.
Freddie, how could you? This man once had an audience with a pope.
About the only audience he ever got.
Hey, that cotchel comes as a job lot, you know, the good with the bad.
Yeah, I know. But there's no point in upping stuff I don't want, is there?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Come in.
All right.
I have to tell you, this is not the sort of investigation I relish, Mellish.
Oh, not me, Gav.
Well, it's your bloody fault, isn't it? And if you hadn't told the governor yesterday that you weren't sure, the old dear didn't seem too sure, I wouldn't have got lumbered with it, would I? And now to cap it, all the press are onto it. Well,
the identification shouldn't be too difficult to sort out, Gov. All we've got to do is find a couple of people who knew the geezer well enough to confirm who he was.
People don't like looking at dead bodies, Mellish. I don't like it. Disturbs my sense of immortality.
Hey, Bill, what are these?
Oh, it's a couple of old 24-track master tapes. What I use in the studio to make the records on. Yeah, a couple of no-hope groups who've laid some tracks down and never see the light of day.
Bit of a waste of money, innit?
Well, they don't think so when they do it.
What happens to them?
Nothing. Just gather dust till someone decides to sling them out. God, sod it. Look, the gear's over here.
Yeah, I'll be on my bike now.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Yeah, ta-da. Hello.
I don't know. Another know-nothing who's come up the river on a donut, eh, John? I don't know where you find him.
What's your problem, Cyril?
There's nothing that can't be sorted out, John. Nothing that can't be sorted out. You and I are going to have to come to a satisfactory agreement about my boy Zach's future legacy.
Hey, what's this? What's this?
What's what? What's what?
They're all the same records.
Eh?
That little Billy's turned me over.
He hasn't. He's done you a right favour.
Zach Zola and the Asteroids. God, where they dig these names up from? I mean, what's happened to your Bings and your Franks and your Perrys of yesteryear?
Don't worry about it. You got a right result there.
Result? Result? 500 copies of some unknown gurgling degenerate? I laid out hard-earned for these, and there's no way I'm going to unload them on Freddie.
You'll have your hand off. That's the late, great Zach Zola.
Late, great?
Don't you read the papers? He's brown bread, isn't he? Died of a heart attack or something.
I'm not surprised why these so-called singers holler and hoot. Probably perforated his pelvis. Bing never done that in 50 years of culture crooning.
God help
No,
us.
no, no. You do not go to that great concert in the sky singing White Christmas with a punctured tonsil. I mean, where's the dignity in that? Anyway, how come you know so much about Tacky Watson and his jelloids?
Hold up. Something else in here.
Something else? What is it?
That's a tape.
Tape? Oh, dear, I wouldn't like to ump the cassette around that goes into.
No, it's what they call a master tape. It's what they use in the studio when they're recording it all.
That's going to look lovely in a jukebox, isn't it? You've got to have a word with that Billy.
Stop whinging, will you? You're on a better earner than normal with this lot.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a star, though, doesn't it, this one? Albert Trout.
Look, let's get this absolutely clear. Zach was signed to me. I'm his manager. I own him dead or alive.
We have a contract that's still valid, Cyril. Those 4 unreleased titles we have of Zach were recorded under the terms of that contract. As soon as they're mixed down, I intend to release them.
You're releasing nothing.
There's no need to get unpleasant about this, Cyril. We can all still earn money.
Unpleasant? I'll tell you what's unpleasant. Zach and the band are into me for a fortune. PA, truck, roadies, birds, hotels. You think 14 lousy points on an album's going to pay me back all that?
Well, my information is that most of the bills for those items are never paid.
Oh, don't get lemon, John. Don't suit you.
Look, Cyril.
Look, don't piss me about, John. I want those tapes.
Well, that'll be a little difficult, I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah?
They're not here. The producer I've got to do the mix took them away. He's in Scotland for a week. Exactly where, I don't know.
We better find out where and a bit lively. No hard feelings, John. Business is business. Oh, almost forgot to ask. How's Shirley? In good health, is she?
Yes.
And the kids? Let's hope they stay that way.
Very nice, Arthur. This one's getting a lot of play.
One for every jukebox you got, Freddie. Can't be bad, can it?
Yeah.
Tragedy, though. Rising young star like Jack and his adenoids, broken by the pressures of success.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This one's no good to me, though.
What? Oh, no, leave that. I'll sling it later. Terry, give Freddie a hand out with his cotcher, will you? And hurry it up. We've got to get over to the motors.
Yeah, all right.
What do you mean you can't find it?
Well, it's got to be here somewhere, Mr. Sutton.
There's Cyril Ashby in down here.
Cyril Ash? No. What would he want down here?
Never mind. Just find that bloody tape and bring it to my office.
Terry, stop all that fiddling and butt up. Come and help me get this roof down.
I'm a minder, not a mechanic.
Terry, the geezer will be here to pick it up shortly. He's not going to part with a necessary wedge if he can't get the lid on, is he? And turn that racket off.
This racket's made you a nice few quid.
What?
That's it. The song, Zach Zolar's single.
Zach Zolar's single what?
His record, you bird.
Is it? Bloody rubbish.
Leave off, I'm beginning to like it.
Oh!
Yeah, it's catchy, isn't it?
That horrible little man. You must be joking. He can't get away with a thing like that.
If you'd been in this business longer than you have, you'd realise that Cyril Ash has spent a lifetime in his own legend, and what Cyril Ash wants, he usually gets, one way or another, none of which is very pleasant. Yes. Oh, yes, what do they want?
Happy motoring. There we are, Terence. Another satisfied punter. I don't know how I do it.
It's not hard to work out, is it? You lie.
I'm going down for a shave and a shear. All that grafting's made me feel tacky.
Oh, dear.
If I wasn't rushed off my feet, I'd clean a few cars.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between you and me, innit?
You and I, Terence. You and I.
No, it's you. Don't tap me on the shoulder like that. It's disturbingly similar to the way the old Bill sneak up on you. How'd you know I was here, anyway?
Terry. Arthur, I've got to talk to you about that last lot of records you had.
Well, what about them?
Gave you the wrong ones.
Oh, don't worry, son. I've managed to unload them anyway.
Unload them? You mean you've already sold them?
Yeah, they're gone. Probably playing in every jukebox in London by now.
But what about the tape?
Tape? What tape?
There was a 24-track master tape in with the records.
Was there?
Oh, don't tell me you've unloaded that as well.
Important, is it?
Important?
Thank you. I'm not sure that I want to go to the mortuary to do that, Sergeant.
Is that just squeamishness, sir? Or are you refusing to help the police?
There's a young man who works for me who knew him much better than I did. He could identify him.
The way it works is this. Each track carries a separate sound or instrument, but recorded flat with little or no EQ. And then it's all mixed down to a quarter-inch stereo.
That makes it a lot clearer, doesn't it? How do you know all this?
I used to work in the business, remember? Did it have anything on the box it was in?
Well, yeah, there was a load of writing and that, names and things. Oh, yeah, some geezer called Albert Trout.
You're joking. You know who that is, don't you?
Mrs. Trout's little boy?
That's Zach Zolar's real name. God, that tape must be the unreleased tracks he recorded months ago. I read about it.
I mean, it's worth a few, Bob.
Was Zach heading for #1 in the charts again? Are you kidding?
Well, that's all very interesting, son, but I can't see what you expect me to do.
Arthur, if I don't get that tape back, I'm likely to be arrested. Go to prison. I'll never get another job in the business. It's my future career. I want to be a producer. It'll be totally blown.
Well, I'm sorry, son, but I don't recall seeing any tape. You know, I think it must have got slung out with the rest of the rubbish. It's probably gone up in smoke now in the council incinerator.
Oh, no.
Can I drop you somewhere?
Sure. The river.
The river. River.
Well, sir?
It certainly looks quite like him.
You made a record with the man, sir. Surely you must know whether it is him or not.
Yes, I suppose I should, really, but when a person is, let me guess, with all the publicity that surrounded his demise, if it isn't him, surely the live Zach would have shown up by now, wouldn't he?
This little bloke that works for you, sir, the minute he shows up, ask him to contact me immediately, would you, please?
It's no good, Terry. As soon as Billy gave me the SP, I looked everywhere. It's gone. A star is gone.
Listen, Sharon reckons that tape could be worth thousands.
Yeah, I know. Billy told me the same. I must have slung it out when I was cleaning up the place.
Cleaning up, you? It's a laugh, isn't it? It's always Muggins who does that.
Yeah, come on. Dave's waiting for us.
Taking this a bit calmly, ain't you?
This is not calmness you're witnessing, Terry. This is stoicism.
Stoic what?
Composure in the face of great personal stress. I mean, can I help it if strength of character is one of my weaknesses? Rubbish.
Listen, the reward for the return of that tape must come to enough. It's just not like you.
Look, Terry, the tape has gone. What can I do? Even if it hadn't, what could I do? Take it back, say I'm terribly sorry, this got mixed up with some of your stock deficiencies, ended up in my warehouse, I claimed first prize. Yeah, you drive.
But you'd think of something, wouldn't you?
Terry, we're not talking about proper people. Claude could be called in. Personally distressing inquiries could be made.
Arthur?
Terence?
Nothing.
Hey, Billy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Ash.
How are you, son?
OK. Not me.
Matter of fact, I'm glad I bumped into you. Want to have a little chat? Why don't you get in the motor? A bit more private, comfortable, you know what I mean?
Well, I've...
How come, what's the matter? I just got a little problem, that's all. Want a bit of advice?
Oh, OK then. That's the lot.
Well, put that last one in the bar, would you, tell?
Yeah, all right.
Dave, as I was saying, I'd be very grateful if you didn't mention this to anybody, especially Terry.
What's the secret?
Well, let us just say I have to conduct some very delicate negotiations, which, if successful, could put us all on an earner. Trust me.
Well, I don't mind keeping that tape tucked away for you, Arthur. Don't expect me to believe in miracles.
Well, I've done it.
See you, Terry.
Well, we can have one then.
No time for self-indulgence, my son. I've got business to sort. See you later.
Yeah, but how am I going to get...
27 bus, end of the road.
A little so-and-so's up to something, isn't it?
What, Arthur?
Who did you say?
Mr. Arthur Daly. He says... Excuse me, what was it you said?
Tell Mr. Sutton it's about Pachypolar and the asteroids, and it concerns a certain 24 tape figure.
You wouldn't be telling me porkies, would you, son?
I told you what happened. It's truth, honest.
You know him?
Never heard the geezer.
All right, where do I find this Arthur Daly, then?
No, the Winchester Club. Yeah, he's always in and out there.
Yeah, I know it.
All right, Ben. Thanks a lot, son. Run along.
Well, what do you think?
Don't know. He used to be right pals with Zach, didn't he? Was his roadie before things went reals.
So?
Something's not right. Tell you what, you hang around here. I'll go and sort this Daily geezer.
I presume this is some kind of practical joke, Mr. Daly?
No, Mr. Brown. I am a proper person, and my credentials are unaccountable. I never indulge in frivolity or jest in matters of business.
Well, in that case, I think it's a matter for the police.
No. That won't be necessary. I'm sure Mr. Sutton here understands my position. I am a humble functionary, a mere spokesperson engaged by my client to negotiate an equitable and satisfactory arrangement. In other words, cop and earner. I mean, that is, seek an agreeable conclusion for the safe return of said item.
My God.
Leave this to me, Lindsay, if you would, please. Let's just simplify this, Mr. Daly. Your client has our master tape, which will be returned to us if we agree to give him an as yet unspecified amount of money, yes?
In a nutshell, Mr. Sutton, in a nutshell.
What figure does this client of yours have in mind?
Well, as I understand it, in round figures, so to speak, I mean, strictly speaking, the number of readies I was meant to convey was 20 grand.
20,000?
It's ludicrous.
As a starting point for negotiations, naturally.
This client of yours, his name doesn't happen to be Cyril Ash by any chance?
Cyril Ash?
But you weren't sure, Mrs. Trout, were you? I mean, you weren't positive.
Is there something you're not telling me, young man?
Pardon?
Because you're behaving just like a policeman.
Mrs. Trout, I am a policeman.
Oh, I thought so.
Look, let me ask you this. Was your grandson in the habit of going around without any means of identification on his person?
Well, he was very fond of red underwear, my Albert. Always wore it, he did.
Red... Do we know what colour underwear the deceased was wearing when first examined, Mellish? What about distinguishing marks?
Oh, well, Albert was a bit too young to be what you might call distinguished. He was always a well-mannered boy, though. He respected his elders.
Actually, what I had in mind, Mrs. Trout, was distinguishing marks on his body, on his person, scars, moles, that sort of thing.
He was without a blemish, my Albert, and I won't have anyone saying anything else.
Blue, Gov.
Blue what?
With red trim.
Can I come and talk to you later?
Oh, yeah, if you have to.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Yeah, I'll see you then. Cheers. Yeah, Dave, has Arthur been back?
No, there was a geezer in here looking for him, though. Just before you come in, as a matter of fact.
Did he say who he was?
Cyril something or other. He seemed proper enough. I think he wanted to put a bit of business out of his way. I told him to try to lock up.
Oh. Listen, I think we'd better go.
I thought you brought me out for a drink.
Yeah, maybe later, all right? I think Arthur's in a bit of bother.
Well, isn't Arthur in a bit of bother?
Well, it's all a great mystery to me, Mr. What did you say your name was?
Cyril Ash. You call me Cyril.
Cyril, yes. Look, supposing I did have this item that you mentioned, I'm not saying that I have, mind you, but if I did have, what sort of business arrangement had you got in mind?
Well, quite a simple one.
Mm-hmm.
You give me the tape, or I'll smash your kneecaps.
Oh, very reasonable. Very reasonable indeed.
I let you talk me into going out with you, and I end up on some errand of mercy. Would you mind telling me what is going on?
Well, I'm not sure myself. You stay here till I tell you otherwise, all right?
Wonderful. I'm into a conspiracy with Macho Man.
No, I'm emotionally attached to my kneecaps. Why should I lie?
If it's not here, where is it?
Yeah, where is it, Arthur? You must be Cyril Ash.
What's it to you, Sonny?
I just don't want to hit the wrong person, that's all. He's ruined that tie, you know.
You two have given yourself a very serious problem.
Nothing me and my boy can't handle. Right, Terry?
That's right, Arthur.
I'll be back.
You watch too much telly, Cyril. Now, what you been up to, eh?
Terry? Me?
Still got that tape, haven't you?
Tape?
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to hit you if you start all that nonsense.
What's she doing here?
Never mind about that. What's this all about?
Well, can't we go and talk about it over a drink?
I'll vote for that.
Oh, seems like a nice girl. And that is a full SP on my eyesight.
You've got to be absolutely crackers to think they'd stand for that.
But they did, didn't they? The man offered me a monkey.
They're trying to steal it off you, Arthur. It's potentially worth thousands.
Hold on. He stole it off them in the first place.
Quiet. I'm simply asking for a just reward for having located same.
Nah, you should have caught what they offered while you had the chance.
Look, when it comes to negotiating business, Terry, I think I am the better judge.
You're going to think that, aren't you, when this Ash geezer turns up with a little firm?
Yeah.
Look, Cyril Ash is infamous in the business for his ruthlessness. Believe me, I know.
Well, if he gets physical share on, I can always rely on Terry.
He's wonderful, isn't he?
I think if Arthur insists on pursuing this, perhaps I could offer him some professional advice. Helping to screw Cyril Ash would give me a great deal of pleasure.
Would you like to rephrase that?
Cyril's never going to believe this.
How's that, Gar?
Nothing. Just get me to the nearest telephone box, right?
What about the girlfriends, Gov?
Well, what about them?
Well, I mean, the man was a pop star. Well, sort of, anyway, and they like to put it about a bit with the ladies, don't they? Must be one or two birds around who've had a real close look at him. Know what I mean?
It's a point. It's disgusting, but it is a point. Do you know, I'm sure that was Arthur Daly I saw there.
So how did you find out, Cyril?
Does it matter? Hey, boy, you look terrific. Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you? You're one of the reasons I wanted to disappear, for Christ's sakes.
Me? Hey, you must be mental. I am the man who took you to #1, son. Who's the lovely lady?
Now, if you want economical, my dear, this is positively frugal.
Arthur, I think you should just drop it.
No. A moped uses more juice than this.
No, I'm talking about the lark with the tape.
Drop it? Drop it? You've got brain damage or something. Sharon reckons it's got to be worth thousands to them, don't you, dear?
Well, potentially, yeah.
See, I reckon they've got to go to at least 5 big ones.
Yeah, well, they've offered you 5 small ones. Why don't you just take the money and run? We'll see.
Blimey, Tell, I'm glad you're here.
Well, what's up?
Well, I don't know how to tell you, but the thing is, Zach ain't dead.
Well, what are you talking about?
He's in trouble and needs a bit of help. And I was hoping that you might, well...
Me? No, leave it out. I'm not getting involved in any reincarnated rock and roller.
This is getting positively bizarre.
Will this make any difference to the value of the TAPE?
Look, please, Tell, Cyril Ash has found out and Zach's gone off with him. Kidnapped, Jessica called it.
Hold on, who's Jessica?
That's Zach's girl. She's really worried.
Well, if he's not dead and he's been kidnapped, she ought to phone the old Bill.
Terry, in the circumstances, I think not.
Look, if Zach's still alive, you can't let Cyril Ash get hold of him again. Well, that's the bastard who screwed him up in the first place.
She's right, Till.
They got a point there, Terry. For our own protection, yours as well as mine, we ought to get the full SP on this.
I don't know why I stand for it. I must be bleeding mental.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Serious trouble, my son.
So, when we saw in the paper that they thought that poor young man might be Alan, it just seemed...
Alan?
Zach.
Oh, yes. Well, it simply seems like a golden opportunity to get rid of this Zach Zola thing finally and forever, and to disappear. Zach had been wanting to get out of the pop business for some time. So he decided to take on a new identity, Alan Trent, and we came to live here.
Excuse me asking, my dear, in this your darkest hour, so to speak, but does one hit record buy all this?
It could, I suppose, but it didn't. Cyril Ash took, or perhaps I should say stole, most of Alan's earnings during his short nightmare in show business.
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
Oh, I inherited it from my father. And Zach shares my love of horses. Well, it all looked like working marvellously. Until now.
Listen, you little ingrate. You could stay dead, you know.
But you'd never get away with it.
How am I going to get done for topping someone who's already officially dead, eh?
But what about the lady I live with? Well, she knows about you and everything. And me gran. Billy also knows I'm not dead.
Well, it's their word against mine, isn't it? And even if anyone believed them, where's the proof?
But what would be the point?
Oh, I don't know. Buddy Holly? Jim Reeves?
Hold on. Look, what you've done doesn't sound so terrible to me. I mean, it'd probably only come to a fine if it went to court, wouldn't it? So, if you think that Cyril Ash has kidnapped or abducted Zach, why don't you just go to the old Bill and let them sort it out?
I think Alan may be, well, not totally convinced that this is what he wants.
Ah.
I think he needs more time in his new identity as Alan Trent, to be sure. The excitement he got from being Zach Zola, the pop star, went pretty deep.
She's right, Tel. I've heard him go on about it. And if the police get to know the truth, well, all the resulting publicity, photos in the papers, you know, he may not be able to resist it.
Well, why should he resist it? He has talent. Why should he deny it?
And go back to all that heavy boozing and grief if things don't work out again.
Well, now he knows the pitfalls, he'll be able to handle it, won't he?
I'd just like him back here and safe, Mr. Daly.
I'll be in the car, right?
Yeah, OK, OK.
Well, naturally, I wouldn't expect you to help without a fee of some sort.
Well, since you mention it, my dear, there will be certain expenses incurred.
Of course.
And we must treat it with the utmost delicacy, because I understand from Billy that the police have started sniffing around already.
You just get Alan safely back here and I'll handle Sergeant Rycott when the time comes.
Sergeant Ronnie Rycott out of Fulham.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, my good God. Terry!
This is the third time I've called here, sir, and I thought you told me that this William Cronin, known as Billy, was an employee of yours.
Yes, well, he is. I'm sorry he isn't here at the moment, but he does spend a lot of his time outside the building, delivering product, messages, that sort of thing.
And you can't help me with that other point.
Well, I knew very little about Zach's private life, let alone the women that were involved in it.
I see. There is just one other little matter, sir. Do you know a man called Arthur Daly?
Why do you ask?
Oh, it's just that the last time I was here, I felt sure I saw him leaving the building.
Well, I have been discussing a business proposition with a Mr. Daly, but it has nothing to do with your investigation of the moment.
Really? You wouldn't care to tell me what is the nature of the business proposition, would you, sir?
With the greatest respect, Sergeant, it has nothing to do with the police.
Anything that Arthur Daly gets up to, sir, is always of interest to us. Oh, you will insist to William Cronin that he gets in touch with me as soon as he can, won't you, sir?
Yes, of course.
Keep an eye on him till I get back.
Yeah, how long's that going to be then?
As long as it takes to get hold of this tape. It means having another word with this Daily geezer. On his own this time.
Thank you, Clarence. Leave your details in reception. We'll call you.
Sarah, you can send the next artiste down to the studio.
No business like show business, eh?
Demented Dave, you can go through to the studio now. You and your colleagues as well, Mr. Daly.
About time, too.
Looking for someone? Or something, are we, sir?
What's it to you? So?
I think we can safely interpret your behaviour as acting suspiciously on enclosed premises, sir.
Looking for me old mate, Arthur Daly.
Happen to have any identification on you?
Cyril Ash, Management and Enterprises.
What management and enterprises might that be, I wonder?
Rock and roll. Manage a couple of bands, do a few promotions, you know.
Cyril Ash, you managed Zach Zola, didn't you?
Yeah, I do. Did, I should say.
In that case, you might be able to help us with our inquiries, sir.
But that's preposterous. How could it happen?
Case of mistaken identity?
John, John, this is getting ridiculous. I really think we ought to call the police in on this.
Well, perhaps we should listen to Mr. Daly's proposals before we act too hastily.
Excuse me, there's someone trying...
It's perfectly straightforward. We reclaim Zach, from the evil clutches of Cyril Ash, and then keep him in protective custody, as it were, until he's fit and well enough to make a decision.
Oh, yeah, like agreeing for you to be his new manager.
Exactly what would you want should this somewhat unorthodox scheme of yours work?
My personal assistant has the details, if you would, my dear.
We want 15 points on first release, but if we chart, we'll want the option to negotiate a higher percentage. Plus, what shall we say, 50,000 against royalties?
50,000?
He's still there? Well, at least let me phone her to say I'm all right.
I don't think Sue would approve of that, son.
Then he's stupid. The longer I don't contact her, the more the likelihood is she'll phone the police.
OK. Just you remember, I'll be listening, all right?
Hello?
Can I take it we have a trade then, John?
I think we may have. Arthur, given certain provisos.
Name them, John, name them.
Can we get on with it?
Nothing is finalised. That includes any advance monies until Zach is reclaimed and under your safe management, and the master tape is returned to this company forthwith.
I told you, darling, I'm perfectly OK. Don't worry. And when this is all over, you and me and Billy will all have a nice meal at Garrett's, OK?
OK, Zach. Time's up.
Well, what is it? What did he say?
He said, when all this is over, the three of us will have a meal at Garrett's. I don't know any restaurants of that name, do you?
No, but I know what he means.
It's a terrible thing to ask me to do, Sergeant. See my boy in a state like that. Terrible.
There was some doubt about the identity, sir. We did need to be certain.
He'll be missed, I'm telling you. Look, made me feel a bit failed. Do you mind if I slip away? My head, you know?
That'll be all right, sir. If there is anything else, we'll be in touch.
Well, what else could there be?
Well, you do business with Arthur Daly. Could be anything, couldn't it?
Of course, first you've got to find out where Ash is confining Zach. How do you propose to do that?
Well, Mr. Daly deals with the miracle side of our activities, don't you, Arthur?
No problem, John, no problem. I know faces that know places that know faces. Know what I mean?
Not really, no.
Excuse me, is there a Mr. McCann?
Yeah.
There's a call for you from a Miss Jessica Trent. She says it's urgent.
Hello?
Whose address is it?
Cyril Ash's associate. It's where they're keeping Zach.
How did you find out?
Well, the bloke's name is George, but Zach and Billy have got a nickname for him, see? And somehow Zach got a call to Jess. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Come on.
What now?
Yeah, element of surprise, Arthur. Element of surprise. Come on.
That's on, no.
See? Element of surprise always does it.
What the hell is this?
Don't worry, Jessica sent us to get you out of this. Is Ash here?
What? No, he's not.
Lively, Terry, lively. My leg's beginning to ache.
Come on.
Look, who are you guys?
Don't worry about it.
Arthur Daly, showbiz entrepreneur and personal manager. That is the nature of my endeavours, Zach. You are now in safe and reliable hands, my boy.
Well, where are you taking me? I don't want to stay in a hotel. I just want to go home.
Out of the question, my son, until we can find a way of stopping Cyril Ash giving you aggravation.
Look, I think you ought to know. I'm not at all sure I want to get into all that pop scene again.
How can you say that, Zach? Think of your public.
Turn it in, will you? Let him make up his own mind.
Well, things are a bit different for you this time. I mean, you might really hit the big time.
She's right. Your place is up there with the immortals. Like Big Richard and Little Bopper.
This is getting ridiculous, you know that, don't you?
I have to phone Jessica.
Yeah, all right, all right.
Hey, aren't you coming in?
No, I've got to get the tape and wrap all this up. Shut that door.
Mr. Ash. What a coincidence. Just the man I was looking for.
Well, you just found me.
Now, I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong. Wait. Ooh. Where is it? I'm getting it for you this evening. That's what I was looking to tell you.
Tell me more.
Well, it got mixed up with a coster of gear I sold a man, and when he found it, he gave me a ring, and he's bringing it round. This evening, first thing.
What time?
6 o'clock, first thing. This evening.
I don't want to have to come looking for you again, Daly.
Well, in the long run, it's your decision. I'm just telling you what I think, that's all.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, whatever. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate what you've done and what you're trying to say.
Look, don't decide too quickly, Zach. I mean, the business isn't all bad.
There you go, then. Much appreciated, Dave, much appreciated. You all right, Arthur? Well, let's say I'm coping. I must go, Dave. Listen, if Cyril Ash comes in, tell him I'm going to China.
China?
Well, Tibet.
I told you, he's gone.
Gone where?
West Wickham.
Terry, how could you do this to me?
What have I... didn't do anything. Look, he wanted to leave. It's his decision, innit? What do you want me to do? Tie him up so we all get done for abduction?
You might have waited till he signed on the dotted. This could have been a big one. I could have been a Brian Einstein of West One. And you give me West Wickham.
You can still claim your monkey for the tape.
I don't believe it. The bloody thing's been demagnetised.
What's that mean?
What does it mean? What does it mean? It means some bloody idiot has left it close to a strong electromagnetic field, causing massive dropout, and for all intents and purposes, wiped the bloody thing.
Wiped it? What do you mean, with a cloth or something?
No, it must have been when you stashed it amongst all those magnetic toys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You daft bloody...
Hold on. That's not going to get anyone anywhere, is it?
He has a point, Lindsay. Yes.
All right. Where's Zach? And where's my tape?
I think you'd better play it again, Sam.